Hello, everybody. It is Cheryl AKA MuppetAphrodite, and a little bit later than originally promised, but here we are for the return of Shadowrun Returns after a week off due to DFA and travel and all that good stuff. I stopped running surveys because there had been several where you guys were like, "Let's play Shadowrun," so I'm just gonna keep doing that on the weekends, and then maybe on the few times when I can do weekday night streams, we'll just do puppet casual. No gaming, just me and Sprinkles, and I'll be fine. So hello, it's a very cozy night here in Seattle. Hi, good evening, Bob. How is Elton these days? Sprinkles would like to know. Hello, good evening. Hello, BP Phantom. For a second, you said evening, Fulkin. I'm like, who's Fulkin? I've never seen him in chat before. Hi, Claudia. Hi. Yeah, it's tough because all of us who are interested in streaming from from the corporate sense cast, like most of us are all weekend people. A lot of folks, that's really the only time they can do it. And so it's impossible to avoid competing streams to a certain extent, but we can certainly try our best to at least not make them completely overlap. And you guys feel no obligation. You do what you want. All right, I'm here for the fun. There is no competition here, so you guys watch what makes you happy. And we're all trying to stay out of hyper RPG hours because we really care about hyper RPG and we want it to succeed. So you'll find that if I do weeknight streams, it's gonna be 8 or 9 p.m. because that's how those things go. Hype, hyper RPG hype. Hey, yeah, you do you, right? There's all kinds of games out there. Yeah, sleeping for puppets is hard, Bob. It totally is. Hi, Demolition. Hi, Deathstrike. So let's talk Psyduck for a second. There's a menswear shop in Seattle, like Leon's Menswear or something. It's on Pike, I think, and for the past at least 2 years, and it is a store with an assortment of colorful men's suits. If you know I'm pretty sure that they were used as costumes at Key and Peele at one point. They're very interesting, but for whatever reason, they have this pair of psychedelically iridescent shoes in the center of the window, and for the past 2 years, there's just been a Psyduck in the shoes, and it drives me bonkers because they're all the time why is there a Psyduck? And this is long before Pokemon Go. This was during those dark years where really only the true believers were thinking about Pokemon, me and 3 other people. But there's this Psyduck downtown in Seattle just sitting there quietly in a pair of menswear shoes. Extra, Fubar is a very appropriate name for a Decker, especially one that likes breaking things, as I do. So if we could partner, I don't know what the rules about emotes are, so obviously if that were allowed and I was a partner, we would get those. But here's the thing, not gunning for partner, gunning for having a good time. It's all fun and games here. It was very interesting over on Jackie Dash's stream, the pigeon dating sim. There wasn't a lot of dating in the pigeon dating sim. Maybe I misinterpreted it, but it's amazing that games like that can get made. That's good on those indie devs for finding their niche. Hi, Ferdinand Talk, welcome. Oh my God, there's so many of you guys here already. Hi, Bythron, hello. Make sure that I got so excited about Psyduck that I missed a bunch of people coming in. So hi, Deathstrike, hi, Bythron, hi, BP Phantom, hi, Krylin, hi, Zagaris. That's a is that a single Duck Skadoosh? That's a very complicated emote. Yes, Metsu Fatom, welcome. Yes, so many. Hi, everybody. And wow, this dark theme, Mictrinus, I barely could read your name. Who's that? Back BTTV. Yes, I could. That's Bob. Thank you for the host. So many puns. Yeah. Okay, it's already too hot. So it's cozy here in Seattle. So I'm rocking my peppermint schnapps hot chocolate. That's what I'm doing, and my armbands are already coming off because they don't. So today I taught improv again. Week 3 of my class. Was not there for week 2 because travel. I've taught for 3 or 4 years now, and when I teach the 100 level, it's weird, but if I miss a class, it's almost always the second week. So that one's really easy for me to give to a sub because I'm here's the class notes. It's about advanced storytelling and story arcs, so here's the games. But today's class covered status, which we talked a little bit about last night. And it was fun. It's the smaller group that turned out today, so we had a couple absences. But it was fun because I could see the gears turning in their brains as I pointed out that most of the behaviors that are associated with low status characters are the same that we associate with flirting. And they were like, Oh, yes, you're like intentionally lowering your status to make yourself it's interesting to other people. Hello, Couch Warrior. Hello, Cyber Spectre. Hi! Hi, everybody! Boozy hot cocoa. Like, peppermint schnapps with hot cocoa is great. I highly recommend it if you can safely consume alcohol in any way. And you can choose between the 80 or the 100 proof. It's not, I just go for 100. It's very efficient. Boozy hot cocoa is very efficient and delicious. So, sprinkles emote, yeah, you would get that. You definitely would get that. Krellin, you're not the only person with that prime. It's just that we seem to have a very American focused group. If we were more international, thank you for the host, Demolition. If we had a more internationally oriented group, we'd have a lot less of the little prime crowns. I'm also worried that we have icon inflation going on, because now we have the mobile icon, the mod icon, the prime icon, and then subscriber icons on partnered channels. So people's names are going to be like halfway across the screen soon. And also, I mean, if I could just push up my designer glasses for a second, why are they all the same saturation? It's very hard to tell from far away the difference between that crown and that mod sword, because they're very similar. The contrast is not very good between the white and the color they chose. You know, these things. I had a designer moment this morning because I was trying to finalize plans to go to Disney World with my friend in November, and they can send Disney's Magical Express booklets to 2 separate addresses, but they cannot send magic bands to 2 separate addresses, and I am like, bullshit. Like, I had to call you and set up those 2 separate addresses explicitly, and now this other system's like, no, we can only send all of them to one place. I'm like, well, that does us no good. We live on 2 coasts. So had a designer moment like, do you have a user experience designer phone I can talk to? Because that would make me feel better about life. The turbo might stall. What is the turbo, you guys? Is it that little plug, the little battery? I thought that meant you were on mobile. Yes, to hoods, right? Make your name a different color. I thought that you could do that on Twitch when I started, and then I couldn't find the ability. So I've been pink, just pink, whatever. It's dark gray to you, and you know I'll see it. To hoods, yours is a very tasteful color, like that gray. And Couch Warrior, you've got that nice kind of like command gold going on. Whoops, lost the headphones already. Oh, the old Twitch subscription service. Yeah. I didn't realize it had like a name. No mobile indicator. Battery is turbo symbol. Oh, really? But I'm not. Huh. I didn't even know. I'll just leave that there. I won't ask any more questions because it'll just be. Got my Thumper Pride bracelet on. Looks upside down to you guys, but I have it on because yay, Thumper Pride. I can now. Yeah, but now I'm so used to the pink that if I change it, one thing that bugs me is that the indicator about who has added you is like different on every platform on PC versus mobile. Like I'm on my user experience design soapbox. We better start playing a game or else you guys are never gonna get me back. So let me swap this bad boy over and go to gaming. Yeah, go to the gaming scene. I think you're gonna get some brief bunny butt. Bunny butt! Yeah. I found the green bunny. It's on the other screen. For some reason, because it's on this screen, you can't see the green bunnies on this screen, but it's fine. This bunny's great. I really like this bunny. So we're just gonna... yeah, I hope they hit the Amazon store, or maybe we can send them out when people win things or donate. I don't know. But, like, so many things have terrible UX, and, like, once you start learning UX, you can't unsee all of the things with terrible UX, like airports. Airport bathrooms. Let me get on that sort of train for a second, because I've been traveling again. A proper airport bathroom stall. The door opens outward. Any hooks, of which there should be several because you're traveling with bags, should be far away from the toilets, not near the toilets. Those are 2 very important, simple changes people can make to make airports suck less. So if any of you have anything to do with making airports suck less, take note. The Seattle airport, most of their bathrooms adhere by those rules, and that is why it is actually not a shitty airport. All the way. Yeah. And if you guys ever we're on stream and you want to be like, hey, you want to talk UX, or I have questions for you or about your opinion on UX, or rant, we can do those things. Cause that is my life. We have We have UX books here on the mysterious shelf. Like, Research Design Explained. This is one of my college books. This is a tasteful book cover, right? Like, it's not too bad. It aged well. Three of that. That's easy. And then we also have my cognitive psychology. Whoa! Oh, yeah. See, that just ruined everything. The first book, I got cocky. I was like, I'll show you books that I found were useful in college. And now the entire video game shrine has fallen over. All the games I shipped, all in a big old domino. It's fine. Nothing's ruined. They're all still wrapped in plastic and protected. As long as I'm up here, I'll show you guys these. Everything's ruined. La la la. UX. Thank you for the user experience. Thank you, Crown, for the clarification. These are tiny little action figures made about one of the games that I worked on, the Herbs. And there's a story behind these, and since they fell down, I'm going to pick them up. It's true, Matus Fadum. So I pronounce your name differently every time. I need a phonetic guide. I'm going to call you Met until I get a pronunciation guide on that one. Oh, Mictrinus. Damn, that fuchsia is on fleek. Which, that phrase can't be used anymore because I've used it twice today. So I've ruined it for everyone. So these things were shipped by, we announced that we were going to, internally, that we were going to use this name for the game, the Herbs, which met us fatum. So they announced inside EA that we were going to call this is a Sims game that was exclusive to console and handheld. We were going to call it the Herbs, and any of us who were under 50 were like, no, that's a really bad name for a game that's marketed mostly to children. Yeah. BP Phantom, yeah, purple's a pretty great color. I didn't realize I liked purple so much till I was in rehearsals to play Mainframe, and I realized, like, I had purple dice and purple laptop and, like, purple laptop container. And so I was like, oh, Mainframe's in purple now. But anyway, so I went online for some reason digging up stuff about the Herbs, and I found out that there was a game company or a toy company that had this trademark to the term the Herbs, and I was so proud of myself. I'm like, I fixed this shit. So I emailed legal, and I was like, you can't because the Herbs is already a trademark. There's toys called the Herbs. So EA like bought them or arranged some kind of toy deal to get the rights to use the name instead. I was like, no, you were supposed to give up and change the name to something more acceptable, not make toys. But doesn't mean we got little action figures that I don't think anybody bought. Why would you buy these? But they're pretty cute. There's like a dragon, which, that's cool. Dragon. Hi, Mizuzu. Hi. So yeah, that's that. Putting that back where it belongs in the shrine. So yeah, let's play some games because I switched to the game thing. Continue. Forget what game that was. The guy said it like that, but that's always how I hear the word continue in my head. Despite Coyote's clear desire to stand on her own 2 feet, Paco needs help to help her. Lear 1987, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Wait, did you say you've seen those toys or the games? Either way, that's cool because it was an interesting time. I've had the experience like twice where I've been on panels and I talked about working on that game, and like someone came up and said like, I really loved that game. I played it when I was a kid. I'm like, I feel really old, but that's a really great feeling when someone comes up to you and says that they played for dozens of hours. Krellin, I'm sorry about Toasty. Toasty! I don't remember the way Mortal Kombat says it. Mainly because I wasn't allowed to play Mortal Kombat because it was violent. Welcome to the Muppet Mafia, which is what our lovely chat room chooses to refer to themselves these days. Muppet Mafia. No actual violence is required. In fact, we generally prefer fuzzy and warm things. And sure, we will because we have a new follower, we'll bring Sprinkles out for a quick hello so you can see why they call us the Muppet Mafia. Hi! Ha! I wonder
wondered when I'd get a chance to come out. This is just a cameo, right?
Yep, just a cameo. We're playing games tonight.
Okay. I love you guys, and remember me.
Yeah, that happened. Demolition. Yeah, I found the herbs game at a thrift shop on like Friday in Friday Harbor, which the fact that it still exists at all is great because it was shipped on like Game Boy Advance and DS in like 2004, like over 10 years ago. So it's cool if it's still around. Hi Sprinkles, bye Sprinkles. Yeah. You could actually choose black thanks to Prime. I think Mitronus, you should test. Although I have to say that fuchsia Mitronus looks fetching on the dark chat window I have going. So there was some instructional text. I clicked past it. I believe that we were just talking to this gentleman, or one of these gentlemen. They're done with me. Right. Let's look at the guide. Meet all the black market. I didn't check that. I thought I met all the return to Coyote. Wonder if meeting all the black market folks means I have 8 karma? When did that happen? I swear I'm spending this karma, you guys. Body, quickness, strength. Now we're presumably still a mage. So, willpower or spellcasting? There's nothing exciting from being spellcasting 5. We did I have to say, I've really kind of been liking the summoning the spirits. Thank you for joining, Metus Fatum. I'm going to learn it eventually. Yay, thank you for coming. It's made more, the stream is made more lovely by your presence and stopping by. Yes. So, I'm kind of tempted to get more, because there's like there's that totem here. Victornus, it worked! You're like a void. Your name is like a void. This is very edgy. It's edgy research you're doing. It's good QA instincts there, breaking the system. Demolition asks, but see, Mitronus, it's fine if you can't read it. The question is, do you want other people to be able to read your name? And Krellin says totems are pretty great, which pretty much cements it for me and getting a totem. Demolition had a question. Now, I think all of you guys have met me on Corporate Sins, but just in case you haven't, because we want to be welcoming and stuff, I do a show on the awesome Twitch network Hyper RPG. It's on Wednesdays from 6 to 9 p.m. Pacific time. It's called Shadowrun Corporate Sins. I play the deck or mainframe, and I am with a group of other awesome streamers, including Jackie Dash and Random Tuesday, plus some people who are not streamers but are still awesome improvisers. Anyway, we get, on average, it's like 6 to 12 karma, depending on how much, like whether it was a compensated gig. Like, turns out we got a lot of karma for the last run, where I robbed a bank in broad daylight and didn't get caught. Just saying, yeah, that was pretty great. Shadowrun. Shadowrun? I don't know. Shadowrun. Confirmed, Nictonus. Yes. So, because we didn't get killed, we got 12 karma, and there was some money, but it wasn't a ton of money. I think if it had been a more, I'm guessing for the As Technology run right now, where we're getting some pretty good compensation, assuming we get compensated and don't kill everyone in the universe, I'm assuming it'll probably be more like 6 to 8. Bob asks, what is the name of your improv troupe? That's an excellent question. And we have a handy dandy thingy for that. Ta-da! And I broke the thing, but you got more bunnies. So I am with a couple of different troupes out here. My main one for the last almost 9 years now, which is crazy, has been Unexpected Productions, which is my improv home in Seattle. That is also where Tony, Dan, and Janine from the Shadowrun cast do improv. And also, fun fact, Paul who is the Gauntlet GM. We all are cast members at Unexpected Productions, and I teach and perform there. Although I did a lot of performing in the first half of the year, and I'm kind of taking a step back right now so I can spend some more time streaming, spend some more time with my husband, all that stuff. Also new job, that I started 2 months ago, so there's a lot of stuff. What did Tahood say? Oh, he lies! Yes! That was a bunny face, no bunny butt. There's no butt there. So that is where where my creative improv home is. And then I also am a cast member and staff member at Seattle Experimental Theater, which is the improv company that Janine founded, which is where we do my improvised Star Trek show that Tony and I are in a cast of, where we do wedding horror stories. We do a bunch of stuff. So that's been going for 5 years now. And then I'm also a cast member with NerdProv, which hasn't done a lot of performing outside of corporate sins in the last few years. We took a break because a lot of us got married, but we were doing a lot of appearances at the Emerald City Comic Con and a bunch of other Comic Cons and stuff like that. So that cast. The original cast included myself, Dan, Tony, and some improvisers who are no longer with the group, Sarah and Mike Robles, and I'm probably forgetting something, and a terrible person. And then Janine joined us about a year in, and so that was how, long story short, that's how Zach found us, was the NerdProv presence on the internet and some of her... Hi, Imp in my head, welcome! Hello! We're enjoying boozy hot chocolate and just getting started, and I'm gonna pick a totem! I'm gonna get some spirit control. I'm gonna get a totem. Oh, shit, you guys, this shit got real. Now I have to pick some stuff. Bear, cat, hard to trap, dot, cat, there's just coyote, eagle. I like birds a lot, so eagle might be where I'm going. Raccoon. Side note, if you've never seen Pompoko, which is a Miyazaki film about raccoons with magical testicles, it's a memorable piece. You should definitely watch it, preferably with alcohol. Computer wine. What's wine? We use Hero Lab, but it costs money. We all just sucked it up and bought it because we needed the character sheets. You're painting as you watch by through. What kind of? Tell me more. I dabble in art things, and I'm curious about your choice of medium and where you get your inspiration. Chummer, yes, Chummer is slightly better. And to answer your question, Bob, how do we meet Claudia and Lauren? We've known Lauren for a number of years because she appeared in Dan Poslin's show, Final Fantasy: The Improvised Adventures, at Unexpected Productions. You can be in shows at Unexpected Productions and not be an ensemble member. So Janine, Tony, Dan, and I are ensemble members, but Lauren has performed at UP before. And then Lauren and I first worked together when we were cast in Wedding Horror Stories, which Janine directed at Seattle Experimental Theater. You'll find that actors have this thing where they just casually list off the names of, like, directors and companies, just like, blah, 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 blah. My husband's even worse than I am. It's just like, blah, blah, blue, who I was in with this thing, and now he's in this show and this show. Yeah. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. That's how we met Lauren. And then we met Claudia through Lauren, because we were looking for a final cast member who was kind of, a chaos monkey. And Lauren knew Claudia because they were living together. So Raccoon is cunning and curious with a strategic mind. I wonder, chat, do you feel that any of these are better for mages? I guess that's a dumb question because they're all just for mages. So never mind. I rescind my question. Yeah. Yes. La, la, la. So, I don't know how many of you guys are actually Shadowrun fans, but I'm curious about Anarchy, if anybody's taken a look at the book. I know they just came out with it. It just hit stores. I haven't seen the actual text or how it changes the... Omicronus, that's a very Seattle green. That's a very Seahawks green. It would go very well with many Seahawks fans, but it also pops nicely. Hi, Am Corona. Welcome. I don't think I saw you come in. You're painting while lurking. Portrait of your mother's 18 by 24 canvas acrylic. This is cool. And I think I missed Spicer saying painting miniatures, cowboy miniatures. Nice. Like how miniature, I wonder. I love that we have multiple people painting. That's cool. I'm honored to keep you company. May the muses inspire you tonight in whatever way you choose. And Battletech miniature is always a good choice. Let's see, Tahood said Linux. What's funny, Tahoods, is like if I just read your conversation, you said Tahood, you said Linux, Slackware, Raccoon is also pretty good, which I know those are two separate conversations, but it's funny out of context. Mechanically, Bear is the best. Heals? He heals? Yes. Well, Tahood, so the new Shadowrun book, Anarchy, is like a stripped down version of Shadowrun, and they have Catalyst has explicitly said it's not meant to replace. It's based on the queue system, and it's more for the folks who want to play Shadowrun like they're playing Valiant or something like that. So, but I'm curious because I do. They also mention it as an extension to the narrative, and so I do think there's content in there that could feed back into the 5th edition core stuff. But super. Mizuzu, that's cool. You lurking is welcome. Lurking is more than welcome. My family comes from a proud history of lurkers because my mom is all pro at lurking, unless her kids are on stream, and then she's very supportive and chatty. Buffering? No. Offline. That's weird. Let me know if anybody else other than Bob is having issues, because I'm not getting any mentions of. I've had only 18 drop frames and things. No shark totem flips table. I know, right? Like, seriously. What is this CRB? Okay, we just picked Bear. I think we did. Well, we picked something. And I still have 3 karma. I could... My mom said that there was so much chat on the DFA night that her app crashed several times. Buffering. Welcome, left-handed monkey wrench. Thank you for fighting a good fight for all of my left-handed friends out there. It's good to know that if you're throwing a wrench into situations, there's an option for those folks who are differently handed. There's my mom, expertly lurking, everybody. Jan Platt's mom for M3. She's, yeah. Cool. So if you're showing offline reload, apparently Twitch is... I blame Twitch for this one. There's probably too many people on Twitch, what with all the TwitchCon stuff and the things. So I have 3 karma left, and I don't think there's anything else I can do. I assume ranged combat doesn't apply to magic. Grenade, intelligence, willpower, charisma, spirit control. Well, maybe we'll just do more spirit control. Oh, hi, Kyles. No, guys, it's a Platts family convention up in chat. Fast Go to Gamer, who is also a streamer and is my little brother and is awesome, and is also a thumper and supporter of the channel, donates to Mainframe and keeps her alive very frequently, is here, and so is, yeah, it's BroFram3. It's funny how Mom has to deal with several identities. In Kyle's chat, she's Mama to Gamer, and then here she's MomFram3, and Kyle only has to deal with the one extra identity. But thank you, everybody, for welcoming them so openly to the chat. I'm going to commit to these changes. We just upped, and we are good. Only 935 million. Mainframe's pretty flush with cash right now. I've been thinking about some cyberware the BioWare upgrades to her brain or something. We'll need a longer downtime, and I was too busy training. My intuition went up, and I'm so excited about it. My initiative went up, like everywhere, even on the Matrix. Most of my Matrix rolls went up. That was a really good upgrade. I can't believe I wasn't saving up for that earlier. Yeah. New Cyberdeck Krell. See, you're the reason I'm not saving up for a new Cyberdeck, because Horizon tricked out my current Cyberdeck, and now it's an incredible value. And I can't, like, if I could pay 400,000 Nuyen to get something only slightly better than what I have now. So instead, I took the golden screwdriver quality, so I will be better at fixing my own deck. And I did give it a multi-dimensional coprocessor, so I could get that extra Matrix Initiative die. I don't know if you've noticed, but when I'm in Hot Sim VR, I get 5 dice now, which is pretty great. Pointwise to Imp in my head asks, what did I add to increase my Elven Snooty? I did not increase my Elven Snooty. I just got in touch with the part of my heritage that I did not get to grow up with. That's all. But that was meant as a role-playing corresponding to the increase to my intuition. So my intuition went from 5 to 6. So pretty new programs. I bought most of the programs, but I need to look more into AIs and whether that would be a good investment. I will get a new cyber deck someday. It's just decreased the you know what I probably need to buy is a goddamn replacement band, because I don't know if my Dinah's gonna make it through this. Now everybody's gonna have to chip in on that shit. But yeah. Fun fact, Mainframe has her own Honda or Ford Americar, which she does not let anybody in the group ride because she needs that bug out option. She can't. It doesn't actually have it. It's true. Mainframe only has a charisma of 3, and I think I play that kind of on the nose there. She's not terribly. She's not terribly charismatic. She's just enough charismatic to survive. Yeah, Kappa. I see your Kappa. I see your Kappa, Mitrinus. Great. Let's play some games and stuff. I think that there was somebody I didn't talk to. I'm not going to replace Dinah unless Infect kills her. Dinah being my van, my GMC awesome van thing. Who is the person I did not talk to down here? It seems to think that there's somebody I did not talk. Oh, maybe I didn't talk to the Cyberdeck guy because, like, why the hell would a mage? I've already talked to AJ. I've already talked to Eric, I think. Want a new look? Yeah, I looked at his stuff. Another time. We're done with that. I talked to that. Oh, there's like another guy. Maybe I was supposed to talk to Johnny. TB. Oh, no, I remember that guy. I think he was on screen for like an hour. Nope. Dinah, Bob, the name Dinah fell out of my mouth when I was supposed to name my vehicle. I think that was the first episode, maybe second. Like, it hadn't even occurred to me to name her, but I felt like I wanted Mainframe to have that. I wanted that to be a part of her personality, that she was attached to her vehicles, because from the beginning I've had automotive mechanic and pilot groundcraft with a wheeled specialty, so I always felt like she enjoyed vehicles and the use of them, so I felt like she needed a name, and then the time came for the name and it just fell out of my mouth. Like, the Mystery Machine would have been maybe a more fun name, especially given some of the Scooby-Doo references that have happened, but that's not what ended up. Maybe this is the guy I didn't talk to. No, I'm good for now. Yeah, it's true. It been my head. We didn't. Well, it's like taboo, right? Like, if you went to corporate training, they'd tell you if you see someone with cyber limbs, don't ask where they lost them because it might be traumatic. And I think, strangely, everybody else in MFAC had enough good sense not to blurt it out. But dynamo transmission of a vehicle. Oh, okay. I like that. I like that, Demolition. I like that. I might just steal that. Slack user, left-handed monkey wrench. I assume you don't mean Slack, the team collaboration software. I assume you're talking about some other Slack. I love how the arm is still here. It's just a lovely little detail. Do I need to talk to Sarah? Is that what? No one asks. No one asks Mainframe. Oh, okay. We didn't chat before. That's why. Let's have a meaningful conversation in game. What? Is this a common thing? She has a spirit just hanging out there. That's interesting. No, she's not. The group MPEC is not terribly socially efficient. So, hi everybody. If there's any new lurkers who just popped in and wonder why the hell we're talking about characters that don't exist in the Shadowrun Returns game, I play Mainframe on a show called Shadowrun Corporate Sins on Hyper RPG on Wednesday nights, and a lot of those questions. Slackware is a slightly obscure version of Linux. I'm relieved that it's slightly obscure. Otherwise, I would feel nerd hurt that I didn't know anything about that. Oh, she wouldn't let me repair her face. That would be a bird if I didn't understand the context. I can tell you, surprised to find a full-service med bay. Ask her about the spirit. What's that on your shoulder? He supports the healing rituals. So she's like Dr. Zack Slater from Corporate Sense, a shamanistic healer. I think that Fang lost her arm. Because they said she did say that it was an explosion that took her arms off. So I think it must have been an on the job. I bet she threw herself on it because she does seem to have this. this protectiveness of other people to a certain extent, and she has saved Mainframe's ass more than once. So, yeah. Not standard procedure, but the results speak for themselves. Oh, cyberware. No, I'm a mage. I shouldn't click cyberware. I should avoid those tendencies. Tell me more about trauma kits. Doc Wagon's old field tech. Let's see your medical supplies. Yeah, Zack Slater made me happy too. It was such a quiet. The funny thing to me was he didn't lead with it. I had to ask, like, what's the name on the sin? He didn't tell me, and so I didn't. I expected it to be when you have to ask. A lot of times, it's like, oops, we didn't remember to give it a name, and that's when you get shit like Dinah. But it was well thought out. It's okay, Bob. That's true. If she had thrown herself on her grenade, she would have lost her torso. But you know what I mean. Maybe she grabbed it and threw it. But I don't know. It is a good question. Like, are you just willingly holding it, and how? Yeah, inevitable. 23 years old and is the 547th most popular version of Linux on DistroWatch. Wow, Tahoods. I bow to your nerdiness. You are throwing some serious nerd cred right now. That with those numbers. It's a trauma kit. These are expensive. Basic trauma kit. Consumed when used. Oh, I see there's multiple quality. I feel like this... See, there's not a huge penalty to dying if you save properly. So maybe I will wait. I have a couple of med kits. That's just... Because I don't have that much money. You shaman too. Fetishes... Okay. I hate it when you have to say never mind even though you've already talked to the person. You're like, nah, that seems rude. Demolition. It seems like you're approaching this whole thing from a very DFA perspective, hoping to see everyone's backstory before they die. Yeah, we're hoping not to die. I mean, we would re-roll, I assume, but that's what we've discussed, but none of us want to die. Seems that some corpse might want us to die, but we'll see. It does seem like revealing the entirety of your backstory makes you more of a target for death. Very nice, Krellin. I took Saved by the Bell and combined it with a Disney Channel movie called Sky High to make a superhero high school setting I call Super You. Mr. Belling is the principal who can negate superpowers. Zach Morris is the setting's Batman. Interesting. Is that like, do you play that as like an RPG? Do you base that on a system, Krellin? Vasco asks, am I playing as a Tal Mage or do I perform some other sleight of hand magic? I perform competency magic, Kyle. Yeah. Tal magic I leave to Mordecai. And my husband did some impressive Tal magic at our wedding. There's some photos of him playing with a handkerchief. But Evo is for the runners. Evo has always treated us well. And Evo was the first run that we had and did not kill us. So we appreciate that. Hi, Eridan. Welcome to the stream. Hello. I just got a bear totem. I'm not trying to copy Cromwell. It's just everybody said it was best, and I like best things. So it is good. As far as sleight of hand magic, Time Turner she's named after all of the. So she can probably do something like her sleight of hand is probably age something in her hand just ever so slightly, like make tomatoes wrinkly or something. What is this? This is just this room and you can't really see in it, but it's got a pinball machine. The sinless are free. What does this say? West Warlocks. That must be gang. How do you find the door? Where is the door? There it is. I think that's the door. Is that the door? No. There's no door. There's no leaving. No door. Tau magic is a phrase that requires context. A lot of phrases require context, especially in Shadowrun. That much is true. I literally can't figure out how to get out of this room. You guys should just rescind my Twitch license right now. How do I leave? I can only leave when I get. Oh, return to Coyote. Oh, she's giving. Coyote, why didn't you say something when I was down there? I know you're recovering, but that's just rude. Rude, Coyote. Demolition asks, how does one get into UX and design? Excellent question, Demolition. There's two paths. I mean, if we want to break it down into really coarse components, there's either starting out and you want to start your career that way, or you have a career, you're like mid-career and you want to make a change. Basically, a lot of folks in the Seattle area, and I don't know the academic programs as well in other areas, but there are a lot of certificate programs where you can start to learn. It's called many things. If you're going super academic, it's called human-computer interaction. It might be called interface design. It might be called user-centered design, like it is at University of Washington. Speaking of UW, yes, UW did destroy Stanford. Holy crap! But there's often certificate programs where people who are already professionals can study for a year and a half to get the additional training. What you need to if you already have a career in like software development or something adjacent is you need experience running and interpreting user research. You need some basic experience with visual design to understand the language we use to communicate and what the basic principles are, and knowledge of the tools we use to mock up and share our interface comps. So if you already have competency in HTML and CSS, that could go some of the way. But a lot of the work that I do, HTML and CSS are not efficient at that stage, because what I'm trying to do is show like 3 or 4 alternatives side by side. And HTML is really good at showing one thing fast, but it can be hard to save out 4 versions of a site with 4 different treatments. And so often knowledge of either Sketch or the Adobe suite, Photoshop and Illustrator, is kind of required baseline for people to get into user experience. And there's also division in user experience at larger companies. At smaller companies, you'll just be like user experience designer, but you'll also do research. But at like Microsoft and other big companies, it'll split into research and design, and you choose one to focus on. So I have a number of coworkers who are maybe like self-taught software folks who got passionate about user experience, or product managers who were passionate about user experience, went to either a local community college or a college certificate program to get trained in those basic things, and then come back into industry. If you're coming back and you just did a certificate program, you might have to take a little bit of a demotion to develop your skills on the job. But if you're starting from scratch, there's a lot of programs. The thing about UX is it's very interdisciplinary. Computer science, visual design, psychology. You want some basics in all 3 of those. And so the best programs are at schools that have basic competencies in all of those areas. Like Carnegie Mellon was very good about that, so that you can easily take courses that have really good intrinsic value, the first couple in each of those categories. So yeah, it's cool. So that's why I have research books and cognitive psychology books up there, is because that was part of the training. I'm not answering questions about how awesome I am. I'm answering questions about mainframe and about user experience. So I'm just trying to get out of the bar, and I am terrible at it. Maybe if I finish my alcoholic drink, that I will be out of the bar. Okay. I think the highlights of the Wolves game. Oh, I see Demolition. Now I caught up to you. Why you mentioned the Wolves game. Did Shadowrunner just proposition me to watch sports? Like, sports have been mentioned exactly 0 times in Corporate Sins. I almost didn't think we had them anymore. So, did Sam have a sister? Yes, he didn't mention her. Smiling face of Officer Greer. What a pleasure to hear from you, sir. Yeah, we're buddies. Let's go dancing soon. Listen, the Ripper got another one. The victim worked at the NTSB investigation facility down on the docks. You owe me for this. Better get here quick before McCluskey arrives. Fun fact, one of my coworkers worked for the NTSB for a number of years. He has lots of interesting anagram in you. 74, thank you for the follow. Yay! Welcome to the Muppet Mafia. I'll bring out sprinkles briefly, because we do that for followers when it's fairly calm. I'm never getting out of the bar, am I?
Nope, never getting out of the bar. She's terrible at this. Don't tell her, though. I don't want to hurt her feelings.
Got a little loud there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she's being judgmental. Yep.
Hi, everybody. I'm still sitting there judging you silently from the desk. Remember me.
talking to people and reading things. Yes, I just felt like maybe we should see more, get out of this environment. So, better get here quick. The image on my PDA. That's cute that they called them PDAs then. Thank you. Welcome to the stream, Anagram. So, another Ripper murder. Where are the docks? Okay, listen, I want to help you drag me out of the Royale before something bad happened, worse than getting my arm torn off, and Sam was my friend. You head down to the docks. I'll see if I can track down Sam's sister, Jessica. She might be able to help us. Thanks. I appreciate the help. Just because we're Shadowrunners doesn't mean we need to be rude about things. Take a cab to the... I keep wanting to say Nitsa, because I spent 2 years thinking about cars, and Nitsa matters a lot to cars, but it's NTSB, which is different. Not unrelated to cars, but not what I keep trying to say. Now I can get out of the bar. That's what that tiny room was. I was like, what's this? I don't remember this. It has a pinball machine. Yeah. Take a cab to the South Seattle docks. Confirm. It's true. Shadowrun Returns. Futuristic bar simulator game. Which is like 70% of Shadowrunning is meeting in bars. From what I understand. So it's an accurate Shadowrun simulator. Oh, I like this. The old plain fuselage thing. The Matrix is still wired, which is why we're a mage. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Wired internet. Wired internet doesn't work here. I live in a house where wireless is better than wired. So in the future, I can't even keep up with myself. Jeez. MFAC mission. Oh. Yep, let's find the screen. This is accurate. It's also raining here. I saw a huge rainbow today. So October in Seattle is rainbow season because we're just coming off the summer sun, but rain comes in more regularly. And so there's some days where I would see like straight up like 3 fucking rainbows on one drive. Like, where's Rainbow Bright? Where's Starlight? So that's pretty exciting. Today's rainbow was very wide based. Like, it wasn't tall because the thunderstorm was cutting it off, but it was very wide. Krellin is trying to tell me to read things, is what he's trying to tell me. Maybe I did read it. Huh. Do you get to go back to the reading? Like, does it objectives? So that's probably this, right? Is that the same thing? Leaving the Seamstresses Union behind, you head to the docks. The Ripper killed Sam, and maybe she slipped up with this last victim. Left some useful evidence. Only one way to find out. South Seattle's your typical industrial area. Grit, grime, and gray. The rain doesn't help matters. Rain does help matters because it clears away some of those things. Just a fact. Abandoned wooden pallets. Makeshift furniture. Disreputable is this district's middle name. How does it distinguish itself from all the other districts in Shadowrun? South Seattle. That's where I taught today, was South Seattle. It was basically all tractor trailers parked alongside of the road, abandoned. Your destination, National Transportation Safety Board warehouse, is located on a small strip of dock towards the less maintained end of the waterfront. Despite the presence of those who linger in such places, it's quiet as you approach the gate. See, my problem, I think, I blame being a game dev for a while, because once you've played a game for like the 50th time, you develop very bad habits about clicking through all the text, and then you complain that no one reads the text. You're like, they learned it by watching you, especially now that they can actually watch you on Twitch. To who's how you find how well, I'm glad Harebrained Schemes brought all of you wonderful people to the Thumpers, because we're very glad you are here. So it says that there's no one around, but I see like a bunch of people around. They don't want to talk to me, so fine. Just keep going. Streetwalker. Just name Streetwalker. I like to imagine that I say this in like, know anything about the NTSB? Yeah, the bums around here have been stealing old craft in that place for years. Not worth my time, though. It's a lovely interaction we just had. It's like, these plain chairs are they're like glowing. So I don't know if they're like, or transparent. They're very mysterious. Does not look like I could go this way. I guess we're going this way. Where it says no. No trespassing, I think. But I prefer to think it just says no. Halt! Not going to say looking for my kitty cat, because I'm not Mordecai. Working with Lone Star on the crime scene investigation at the NTSB warehouse. You're the king of the dragons? How do I get in there? There's a thing. Mama Aphrodite has never been stuck in actual bars, but I'm probably the only person in my family that drinks alcohol at all. I take that back. My other brother got married in a winery, but we fall a little farther from the family tree. Paternal trait. The reading fast or not reading might be a family trait. That's possible. Although if it's in Nintendo Power, I'll read it. I used to read that religiously and then sometimes hide it from my brothers because I paid for it and I wanted it and it was valuable information. Can I borrow this ladder? Oh, I have the charisma option available to me. Oh, you're breaking into the NTSB warehouse too? If you see any of those airplane blankets or pillows, snag me one. Okay. That was definitely a flirtation. Now, which part of the fence is acceptable for ladder usage? Like, do I talk to the guy and say, may I put the ladder in front of your face? That doesn't seem right. Maybe over here? See, it's funny because, like, I know this is an asynchronous game and it's not going to make me do something I don't want to, but I still kind of, like, I need to go. I don't want to walk up to the guy and say hi. Alamus is the Becky of dragons. Low Fury is the Becky of dragons. So I have a ladder now. Not sure how to use the ladder. You know what game I missed, guys? Legend of Carandia. That was a fun adventure game. Learned about a lot about life in that game. I don't know if I learned a lot about life. I learned how to do that Easter Island head game. La 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 la. It says this way. It still wants me to go here. I have a ladder. Ladder? Ladder, ladder? Ladder, ladder, ladder. Ladder here? No. Ladder? No. Can't go there. Ladder, ladder. Oh, is this like one of those isometric map problems where there's more map than I'm thinking of? Ah! I clicked out of the bunny butt. Bunny butt. Bunny butt. Well, guys, I got out of the bar. Did really great there. Definitely succeeded on that life mission. This, like, do I just talk to him again and say, please may I use your ladder? Do I shoot him? Can I just shoot him? It's Shadowrun, right? That's what we do in Shadowrun. Look at the side of the plane. Yeah. I mean, I guess where I got the ladder. This is when I need, like, Alt-Tab. Why do you hate to admit that, imp in my head? Those are important like, thinking outside the box is important in tabletop. That's how we got the whole thing in DFA where Connor's character was fighting the stolen mech, was because I asked if I could send my guy, my jumped pilot, away and to the abandoned mech, and Tyler said yes, and then we got that awesome scene. That's Can't You Crawl? It is Vapor. It is my first time playing this game, and talk to her again. Oh, I just thought she wanted to hit on me or something. I don't know. That's the mainframe talking. This game wants you to solve this problem that way. Hey girl. Hey. You just fun by the guard. I thought he was a robot. 5-minute distraction. Okay. I thought that looked like a type of place I would put a ladder. Talon is a badass. Yes. Climb. Standard issue, ma'am. I kind of wanted to stand around and see that interaction more. Got 3 karma. Yeah, so imp in my head, quite the contrary. You should not be embarrassed to admit it. That was an important insight. Welcome, Vapor, by the way. I didn't say welcome, but welcome. Welcome. Inside, the large gray warehouse is as typical as the outside. High ceilings, girders, rickety catwalks, top a huge utilitarian room. Despite the quiet on the outside, the inside is a hornet's nest of Lone Star officers going about their business. The latest victim. No one stops me. This case hasn't leaked to the press yet. Hi, Shabriel. It's not a murder date yet because that guy still hasn't called. He doesn't call. He doesn't write. We had a murder date and now we're just basically broken up. Yeah. I like the exclamation point light. Red alert. Okay, where's the victim? That's... Wow. Yeah. Can I inspect it in any way? Busy right... Oh, is that a person that's talking to me? Okay. I'll talk to Egware. That's fine. You can see that I basically want to do the opposite of whatever the game wants me to do. Take your sweet time. Who's the corpse? One that's not going to do anything for my career, I can tell you that. I left the computer on in the office over there if you want to see for yourself. She worked at NTSB as a black box researcher. Used to go over the wreckage from plane crashes to determine what happened. It's funny, I kind of thought Shadowrun was beyond planes, but that's silly because we've been on planes. Karma Chameleon plays in your head a lot while playing this game next year. Karma Chameleon. Come and go. Highest priority victim. Scientists don't... That's interesting. The victim was selling secrets. Spilling corpse secrets. I think it's a cover-up. Here's the office key. I love how sharing they are. It's thank you, Vapor. I appreciate the compliment. The real role player doing everything the game won't let you do. Like, what about over here? Raise the dead, stop time, and teleportation. Federated. Boeing's still around. Didn't realize. Can't get on a suborbital with fake sins like your... Tahoods, I just bought a rating 6 sin. Melody something. I forget what last name I gave her, but... so I've got a bad... And I just made like a kick-ass sim for Emil Corrigan. Only problem is he's dead now. So that might raise some red flags. But I've got some nice stuff. Demolition, I applaud you on bricking the app. You are doing a fantastic job. That's the sign of a good decker, is data spiking the fuck out of all the stuff you're using. Yeah, Krellin, exactly. I do have a 25 die sin for a dead man. It's still rolled kind of... Yeah, our rating 6, they are expensive. That was one of the things when I realized I wasn't really saving for a new deck in the short term, is the first thing I did. Because I've come close a couple of times on my 4, which is tied to my personal identity. I really don't want to deal with it. So, yeah. It was like 18,000 New Yen or something to get the R6. I don't know. Whatever Hero Lab told me, that's what I paid. Mayday at 3:04. There was actually a plane crash in Seattle, a tiny one, a float plane, like a day or two ago in the islands, but they all survived. Like a boat happened to happen, and they got their life vests on in time, and a boat happened by. It all worked out really well. Tahoods, it almost sounds like you would need a corporate sin for that. Wonder. Sounds like maybe Fang has a corporate sin, so maybe we haven't established whether she gets one back. At least you have... Oh, Bob. At least you have the bricks to jack her up on. That's true. And I will probably steal that visual. And they also build a house for Scooby out of the bricks. Because that seems like a thing I should do. Case notes. Corrupted file. Redacted. Pratt and Whitney. Unmanned. Ares. Always trouble, that company. Mission item added. Incriminating data. Would Lauren let me make sense for the party? I bet she would let me take some New Yen in exchange. I think they'd still have to pay full, but maybe I could get a cut of it. But I also don't think she'd let me make our 6s. She'd probably let me make like our 3s or our 4s. That Bob, that robot dog you posted a picture of, it looks like a beast. Like, it's pretty impressive. I didn't realize you had to capture it. I thought it was maybe like you had to buy it. I'm not very familiar with how World of Warcraft works these days. Lone Star Simbax. She does kind of have a corporate sin. At least one of us had to have a corporate sin for the show to be called a corporate sins, right? Horizon doesn't even exist yet, so that's useful backstory, Krellin. I did not realize that. These timelines between Battletech and Shadowrun and where we are versus the games, it's all very confusing. Yes. Ares jetliner near the UCAS and Sioux Nation border, equipment failure. Experimental Renraku research initiative. Yeah, got some interesting pay data there. Oh, no, I want to... Go click that. Click it. Is there stuff? Can I have it? Inspect the toothbrush. Still wet from being used. Wiry gray hairs. Does the dead guy have clean teeth and wiry gray hairs, or is there shenanigans? It's so weird that all the corpses that we've become familiar with don't exist here. If I could get under the maintenance panel. Well, can't I? So I need to go down? Oh, Dresden wants to talk now. Yeah, it's Chevriel, like, and that's still, it's kind of unclear to us. We're pretty sure we're not canon, but there's always that risk, like, we want to play close in case there's ever a need to maintain we're in canon. Did it say cigarettes or did it say mint? But yeah, that user probably does have a problem. Vapor 101. So what character are you playing here? I'm playing a mage, and I'm not sure if it's a shamanistic mage when you summon spirits. So I'm not trying to play any members of MFEC, but I suppose if you're going to pick one, I'm probably closest to Mordecai. She's named Time Turner because the day I tried to start this, I had insane stream problems, mostly related to me thinking that my Powerline internet was going to be better than my wireless internet, and that was not the case. So we had like 10-minute delays on the stream where people were 10 minutes. I was 10 minutes ahead of people. Oh, XJR, it's super funny because we had a meeting with Jordan Weissman a couple weeks back, and you know, he had floated the idea for the meeting, and then Tony replied on behalf of all of us and said, like, as Cromwell was like, "Oi, we'd love to have a meeting or whatever, and sorry about all that with the Space Needle." And so, like, the first thing that Jordan said when the meeting officially started was like, "What the fuck did you do to the Space Needle?" Big D is still alive. All right. Time Turner, surprised to see you here. Officer tipped you off. Suppose you must have made an impression on him at the market, or Credstick did. Yeah, well, he knows how these things goes. It's like business. What can you tell me about the victim? Male, mixed Native American descent. Killed around 2 a.m. Bodies been piling up like cordwood. Several internal organs were removed. Nothing else to tell. Pardon me. Pre-existing scar tissue. Major surgery at some point in recent history. Can't determine the nature of the surgery. Killer definitely took the lungs. The other missing organs may just be eviscerated within the chest cavity. Well, that sounds rough. There's a lot of questions here. Any theories? While there's massive damage in the chest cavity, I see that the victim's lungs were transplants, which is interesting because another victim's missing heart was also a transplant. Organ transplants are rather easy. It's not a coincidence, just a coincidence. Who's that woman over there? Is McCluskey getting a... How is he looking on the case? Love to solve it before McCluskey and get his gold detective shield. He's already tried to bribe me to keep information from McCluskey and slip it to him. I'm inspired by the tireless pursuit of justice. Did you take the money? Do you have any idea how much this job pays these days? I don't think the officer's salary is going to do much to seduce me into helping him. Oh, you've got thumping noises to Hoots. Do you want me to help drown it out with other thumping noises? Oons, 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 oons. Yes. Bob, that sounds like you earned your pet. that the temporal differential was hilarious, although I felt like I was failing on so many levels. Apparently, so I still need to get. Oh no, it's Random Lady. Let's talk to Random Lady. You're not a cop. I remember seeing her portrait before. He's my brother. I've been trying to speak with him, which is like so painfully sad. He's too disoriented by his recent journey to talk to me. Allow his brother to rest. I can tell you're used to shouldering a heavy burden, but maybe there's an easy way. To's LA lady. What is that? What is that pun about? I don't know what that means. Dragonheart trilogy, way later. That's... Yes, a pet is earned. How are we doing? Checking in with everybody. How's your Saturday night going so far? Thank you for joining me, by the way. Look at this. We've seen like 3 separate locations. We broke free finally from the bar. This is very exciting. Brother's spirit is too weak. That's a given. My brother's spirit may not be alone here this night. Oh, she's droning a low chant like bah, 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 bah. Other spirits, but I can't do it alone. This warehouse contains the spirits of plane crash victims trapped between worlds. They wish to help and be heard, and they have something to say. Wow, that's dark. That's dark. Just hanging out. Spirits Lone Star won't let me in there, but you seem to have the run of the place. If you can find personal items that belong to the victims, I believe I can summon a spirit to speak with us. I'll do what I can. 2 haunted objects. I bet you we can find a haunted toothbrush. Huh? Yeah? Haunted toothbrush, anyone? The bar door was a serious boss fight. Is there any way to grind karma before battling the nightclub door? It's a good question. Oh, did we not get the toothbrush? I clicked on the wrong thing. Oh. So I have 1 item, or did I take both items? Let's check. We have an inventory for that. Comb. Guess we don't get the toothbrush. Somebody stole that already. It's a tough world in the six world. Old poster depicts a svelte young woman posing with an assault rifle. Oh, I'm in a bathroom now. Get the place unlocked. The Dragonheart trilogy. Is that a different game set to Hoods, or is it like what platform was it on? Why did I leave the evidence? Well, maybe I'll give her this stuff in progress and she'll tell us stuff. Thank you, Krellin. Pika. Pikachu. Pika. Pika. Oh, look, there's another door. I found it. I'm glad to hear your Saturday is going well, Bob. It's getting to watch this. We crammed it full of streams just for you, but we're glad you could join us. And I'm sorry you had a cold, but a set of novels. Yes, I've read Into the Shadows and a couple of other novels, although I'm woefully behind. If anyone has any recommendations, you should let me know, especially if they're available on Kindle, because I don't really understand this whole paper book shit. But part of the problem is when I read these things, I don't know where to place them on the timeline. But the copy of I think it's called Into the Shadows, the one that Jordan wrote way back a long time. Like, I bought a used copy off of Amazon. It's super dog-eared. But it was very helpful in kind of understanding things. Oh, there's a shoe pile. That's really morbid. Unrelatable. Get a shock from a children's shoe. Get a shocking children's shoe. This is very morbid. If this is what my coworker had to deal with, like, Rose set up like ghosts in a big warehouse, I don't think I could have done it. Yeah. Oh, I got a cred stick. 200 million. Sweet. Uh, yeah, Pikachu does not. The Pikachus do not mind sprinkles. They're very welcoming. Loafer. Is it Loafer? Loafer? It's not pronounced Loafer. That would be a terrible name for a dragon. Uh, that's how you can tell how many people were there if the carnage was bad. I know, but it's just morbid. It's morbid. Count the shoes. Ugh. Inspect the earring. I've got all kinds of shit now. Intense primal fear. That's sad. It's all very sad. Yeah, as someone who travels a lot, oh, that's a sign. This is, I say, some point over there. I had a very frustrating period of about a year, and I'm not really afraid of flying or anything, but I would fall asleep on planes, and then I would have a vivid nightmare about the plane tearing into two, like, from the perspective of whatever seat I was sitting in when I fell asleep. That was not a great year in my travel history. It didn't stop me from traveling, but it was lawful. Thank you. That's helpful. Nickness, I'm glad it's been a good day. So, yes, that was nightmares about the plane break. And it was always very specifically from the seat that I was sitting in at the time. If anything might... Thank you for the host, Cider Raven. Thank you. It feels as though you have found enough objects. Yes, in my head, I think that's where I got the shoes from. I think. But I gave her stuff. These items, it shouldn't take me long to... What the hell is all of this? Yes, Viroth, another half marathon. So my first one was in January, and then that was me just saying, I'll do almost anything once, and then if it doesn't kill me, I might do it again. And I ended up, there's a thing where you can get a coast to coast medal from Disney if you do one race, one half marathon or more on each coast in the same calendar year. And I was like, well, there's that Disneyland half marathon Labor Day weekend, and Labor Day has days off built in, and my parents live down in LA. Okay, so then I signed up for that. And I was going to, that was a good amount of Disney races, but then my friend is getting married and at Disney World in January, and she's running that half marathon, and she was like, do you want to come? And so that is why I'm running another half marathon in January. I'm running a 5K on Friday. That's going to be good. And then another 5K in December. Maybe one on Thanksgiving, but maybe a 10K on Thanksgiving. But I'm on Team Autism Speaks for the January marathon. It's the first time I'm officially on a charity team. You guys were very generous in supporting the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network, which is what I was running for in Disneyland, but that was unofficial. I was mostly because you talk about these things a lot, it seems like, and pancreatic cancer is a cause very close to me. It seems like a good opportunity to do that once a year. But Autism Speaks, my goddaughter has autism, and I've seen how treatment has helped her so much already, and so it seemed like a good charity to choose, because often the races sell out very quickly, and so the only way you can get in when you make a last minute decision like I did was join a charity team. So I joined one knowing that I might have to cover the whole cost myself, but it's a worthy cost and I'll be happy to do so. But if you guys want to help support, you are welcome to. But I'm just here I am here to enjoy the company of you guys and play great games here on Twitch, and your support of Hyper RPG is super meaningful. Your presence here is super meaningful. Sharing things on Twitter is super meaningful. Those are all things that make this all worth it. If you are somebody who does charitable giving and you want to direct some towards Autism Speaks, that is also welcome. But those are all of those things. You guys are all great. It's so, Thumpers are great. Thumper Pride. Yes. You guys are all great, and just being here is great support. But since there's this kind of culture on Twitch, like, oh, how can I help? That's the help for the next couple of months. I'm lucky to have webcam, and I have my little snowball mic, and my computer's not bursting into flames, so those things are all taken care of. I will say that I'm thankful that the Disney stuff triggered me into the half marathon thing, because I think that I wouldn't want to run them all the time, but training for them has kept some of my depression symptoms at bay. It's not a cure, but I just feel more on top of things. It's tough. I used to feel exactly like you, and you're totally entitled to feel that way. honestly, some days I don't even recognize myself, and I don't know how I've gotten to this point where I'm a runner. I just emailed my physical therapist because I think my physical therapists are great because they got me from a point where my kneecap was in 5 pieces to I run half marathons without pain. So I like to tell them when I do things. And they emailed back and they were like, do you want to be a sponsored runner for January? We'll get you new running shoes and like a t-shirt and everything. I'm like, I never thought I'd get to that place where anybody would sponsor me an athletic event. It's not like a paid sponsorship, but I will get new running shoes, and that's exciting too, because those could be exciting. Hi, NG Wolfgamer. Welcome to the stream. Bob, so I've already got my Coast to Coast medal. It's pretty great. So next year in January is a totally other calendar year. You are correct. And I'm not going for a coast to coast. This is largely what I'm going for in January is a better finish time on the same course that I ran and hanging out with my friend who's also running the race. But NG Wolf Gamer, I am not a decker. I went a different route because I wanted to learn a little bit more about maging, even though I understand that there's not a lot of overlap between some of the stuff that Mordecai does in the character, does in the show, Corpse Sins. I just wanted to learn a little, go push myself in a different direction. It's real, and in perfect honesty, I do have Wellbutrin and I do take it, although not as consistently as it probably should. But I didn't see the benefits right away. Like, it took training. I don't think I really started to notice a difference aside from a little bit of weight loss when I first started running in 5Ks and things like that, followed by weight gain because muscles. Like 6 months of training for, I think it was like running for like 3 or 4 months training for the half intentionally. And when I finished that, I sort of started to see the benefits. She's trying to understand Mordecai so she can crush on him more. I see what you're trying to do there, Bob. I see what you're trying to do. They're co-workers. They're not going to rush into anything. Also, Lauren has created a magical romantic unicorn of a captain. Why the hell would Mainframe leave him in the short term? He's super sweet. Red Wing boots. You jog. Running shoes are expensive, although I will say I really like the Skechers line of shoes, and that's been mostly what I'm running in, and they're under $100 most of the time. Sometimes you can find deals on Amazon for them. It's a very confusing set because they have so many options. Isn't it standard procedure to contact next of kin? Ma'am, consider yourself contacted. I was going to deny that Mordecai crushes on Mainframe, but that whole thing with the earrings, like, okay, maybe he still does. Thought he had moved on. Orc Decker. That's interesting, because I'm not familiar with what the inherent race benefits are for orcs, but it doesn't seem like they probably naturally align with what Deckers need. But go for it. That would be interesting. It would certainly be a great story. Asking Dan for asking her out for asking Talia out. Yeah, Demolition, that actually, I had it, if you look at my notebook, I had that on my list of things and I got distracted, so she definitely does need to look them out. Orc Rigger, yes, so I'm replying to like 6 threads at once here. Yes, Demolition, she needs to look into him, and that's why, she hasn't revealed anything too crazy yet. Mordefram 3 is going the way of the dodo, and Mainfang is not as embroidered. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Mordefram, you guys are impatient. The best things take time. God, Critical Role's been on for like a year and a half, and they're still got ships emerging and things like that. It's just, I think many of us have been in situations where we've had attraction to someone, but it didn't start right away. Just if you're truly ship Mordefram, you need to have faith, because they're still pretty early. It's only been a couple months for them.
Hi, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. As embroidered, thank you. I'm Sprinkles. I'm normally the star here, but she insists on playing games, and these hands are terrible for gaming. Game peripherals discriminate against puppets. Fact!
Okay, Sprinkles. Remember me. Mainfang is just... Mainfang was the original ship that no one did, because I bought her a drink to start with, and Mainframe, I'm not going to say she wasn't hitting on Fang, but, we are where we are, and but no doors have been closed. I think that's the most important thing. We at MFAC don't close doors. We open them. Sometimes with horns. But yeah, did you notice that, Imp? Talia kept saying friend. But I loved Lauren's expression when he's like, I want to take Talia out on a date. Okay, so we left. Mictrinus, that's a perfectly valid headcanon. Fandakai is Fandakai. Wow, that may be the first time I've seen that hashtag. So, let's see. So if you just joined and you don't watch Shadowrun Corporate Sins on Hyper RPG on Wednesday nights from 6 to 9 Pacific, that is where a lot of these questions are coming from in chat, and these references to things like Fandakai and Mainframe. I play a character called Mainframe who is a Decker in that universe, which takes place much later in the Shadowrun universe than this stuff that we're playing right now. That man is an ass, says Shannon Half-Sky. Stares daggers. There's no helping it now. I should just be grateful you were able to collect these items before those clods carted everything off. Can we still summon the spirit? Not from here, I'm afraid. I can summon it. I do summoning. Just let me handle it. That's a thing. Oh, is this a hint at not looking good now? Do you have any plans for this evening? A little breaking and entering, perhaps, under the cover of darkness. Maybe a rabbit hole, but I gotta get to the bottom. Oh, is this where we go back on another platonic murder date? Because it sounds like I'm looking for people again. I'm not saying... So, the way she acts and doesn't think about things, the way she kind of has tantrums and forces things and all that. You're telling me that Fangframe... Bob, I'm not saying that it's not a possibility. That's all. Fang does have a big heart. And... You know, I think in some ways, Mainframe probably respects the way she wears... Not respects, but... Maybe respects is the right word. I don't know what the right word is, but for the way Fang has her heart on her sleeve. She does still need to work out some inherent contradictions she has, but it's true that if, you know, Mainframe were hitting on her in the bar, she probably wasn't looking for a long-term committed relationship. She was probably thought she was cute. So, yeah, maybe it wouldn't work out. Yeah, next on the ickiness might be Fanwell. Okay, yeah. No, yeah. It's weird. Almost like a team distraction. Haha. I see what you did there. Yeah, admires. Yeah, but admires implies it's something you want to get to at some point. So respect is probably like separate. Just smile. Just smile. Hey, Time Turner, want to summon spirits with me? And summon spirits on its own is already like, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Want to summon some spirits with me, if you know what I mean? Yeah. When there's no one around. I'll put up the money if you find the bodies. Oh, that's nice. Great. See, she's not good at negotiating because I thought I would have to front the money. Someone in chat probably doesn't know what Elsie's actual age is. They'd be forgiven because obviously Janine is older than Elsie, but yeah. Crumpled Nuyen. Paper Nuyen? Paper Nuyen? Is that a thing that we do? We'd be back here at midnight. The spirits would be strong then. Thank you for the follow, Goofy Gumdrops. I'm gonna pull Sprinkles out again because I've been doing it for all the new follows tonight, so.
This is great! I get to keep coming back and taking up this entire tiny box on the screen. Did you notice she made it smaller this time? Like she didn't, like she was attacking me or something?
This is Sprinkles. She's my puppet. When we sometimes do casual puppet streams where we just chat and talk with people about stuff.
Really important stuff! Yes, and dancing!
And that's one of the reasons why we call ourselves the Muppet Mafia. But
the Muppet's a copyrighted term, and we don't claim any ownership of the Muppets. Ha!
So, the best that night was Cromwell fixing my zipper. Yeah.
Ha!
So, the Sprinkles is going back over here. La, la, la. So I'm going to rotate the mic because she keeps it. Hey, who's the puppet? It's Sprinkles! Let's see. Cromwell with it. He had a much more elaborate plan for his his magic, but he felt we had been going on long enough with all of us took longer than he expected because he's normally the one that goes on spirit quests, and then he just tripped and got new magical powers. So looks like I'm headed out because I can't get into that thing just yet. Just getting jerked around by a Lone Star, same old thing. Yeah, I think we're working on some new camera angles too that may help with reaction shots and things like that. Yeah, the bricks. It took me a second. It really did. It was very sweet. And that whole birthday thing, another example of improv, right? So we end up in that elevator, and they ask me what my birthday is, and I'm like, shit, I hadn't picked one yet. I didn't think that would come up because I'm so protective of things. But sure. But then in my head, I was also like, what's a birthday that's not now but might come up in the future, but we don't have to cover it if we don't. And I just blurted something out, and then we decided we were going to deal with it. But these there's a lot less planning than you might think for corporate sins, despite the complete omnipresence of chatting on Slack. Like, we talk with each other all the time. We're like super friends, but mostly it's like lore. Tony loves reading things, so he knows basically everything about Shadowrun there is to know. Someone does need to take away Mordecai's Easy Bake Oven because teeth. I don't think any of us needs any more visual of a cake made of baby teeth. That's a horrifying concept. I had an Easy Bake oven. JM Platts and chat got that for me, I'm pretty sure. I made some pretty awesome tiny brownies once upon a time. Better than actual brownie things that I make now. What year is Corpse Sins? I think we're 2077. You should not. Yeah, the best games are never planned. A lot of the best things are not super planned. I like going in there and not knowing things. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I was born in the Royale. Beetle pushers like Stevie J ran at squats. Sounds nasty. Why are we talking about this now, Coyote? I'm in the middle of something. But see, Bob, if people thought my name was Donna, then at least that's one of the cooler companions from Doctor Who's. That's okay, Dr. Donna. Shabriel, you felt ill because of my amazing acting. You felt ill because it was a disgusting concept. I avoided eating it once, but when it was an act of love, I couldn't avoid eating it the second time. But the good news is, I succeeded on my composure check, so Mainframe did not vomit on her birthday. I have a cousin who's been missing for months. Really, she said she wanted to help me out, and now she's asking for a favor. Like, I don't think she knows how Shadowrun works. Let's see. That's cool. We don't. That's cool. Donna. I'm cool with either. I played a guy on Shadowrun last week for a little while. It's fine. Everything's fine. Acting. I tried to cry, but I couldn't. I just couldn't get the tears out at the right amount of time. No onions nearby. I can do that occasionally on command, but not always. And there was so much else going on. You always help people by demanding things from them. I don't get invited to many parties, though. Oh, Vasco. You can always go to parties here, but you gotta get on a plane. I'm guessing you have a new lead. It's not a lead. Is this pronounced like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Kindergarten Cop? It's not a lead! That's acting. She's running hot, has a serious edge. I know exactly where he is this time. Got an old friend who eyeballed him herself. I'm on my way. Paco's with me, but we could use another hand. You in? I need you right now. This is confusing. Wait. How much time? See, this is where I need a clock. Like, how much time do I have before my breaking and entering date with Shannon Half-Sky, or whatever her name is? Yeah, Mictrinus, yeah, they're both pretty old. Now, if we manage to hit 3 to 5 years in game, things have gone a lot better than wow, because we've been playing we've almost been going in real time. It's been about less than real time. It's been like 3 months or 4 months in universe to 6 or 7 months in real world. He does take really good care of himself, so maybe Cromwell will live longer. I am conflicted about this thing. Fang might have 10. Fang has very high body too. I'm trying to decide if I take body, strength, or edge. Like those, I'm trying to decide between those three things. I don't think we're gonna have another break long enough for me to take body or strength. And I kind of thought it would be funny if Mainframe gets lucky, so she gets edge. You know what I'm saying? Went there. Yep. So, yeah. I got nothing. But I want to shoot things. Augmented rhino heart. Aren't rhinos extinct? I almost think they have to be. They're almost extinct now. How would they have them? So based on our rough timeline, our characters started around February. There's not always 2 or 3 weeks between runs, Bob. That's where the math goes different. We've started in February, but the events with Jugusvili, the original kidnapping, was in March 2077. I think the Horizon run was in April 2077, early, and then a bunch of the political stuff happened in early mid-May, and then we took the month off. No, we don't have to go there. Yeah, but Edge is probably better, but maybe I won't go there. See, this is why we talk about things. Go watch Meet the Medic and imagine he is the heavy. Is that another, Bob? Is that another like old school video about Shadowrun? Let's get it done. Oh, okay. So we have tons of time till the nighttime because there's this later today. Okay. We're gonna fight some things, guys. What does OTO stand for? Team Fortress. Okay, so I need to watch a Team Fortress video, Meet the Medic, and Imagine Cromwell that way. OTOH off the O. I don't know. I didn't grab Gino and get out. Right behind you, babe. Let's do this. At least there's 3 of us now. So do I talk to him or do I just shoot him? I assume I have to talk to him. On the other hand, yeah. Maybe we won't tie the 2 things together. I have to think about it more. I might do it. I might not do it. That's how improv goes. It's on the list of things that might or might not happen. Oi, this guy sounds a lot like Cromwell. Oi, how you doing? Good day for a trip, ain't it? Sky is a clocker, trades work time for chips. What kinds of rides can I go on? Are they as good as the ones Horizon offers in the future? What you want to do? You want to do some crime? You want to be bad? We can hook you up. Don't roll that way. Want to be a hero? Be a hero. We got fairy tale, Druck chubbers, love, you name it. And see, I don't know if I could do that fast and in a vaguely Australian accent. We go over it. No. What you want to do? You want to do some crime? You want to be bad? We can hook you up. Don't roll that way. Want to be a hero? Be a hero. We got fairy tale, Drac Chalmers, love, you name it. And you can slag and frag to your heart's content. That's the real thing, right? Slagging and fragging. Don't matter what the trip is as long as there's slagging involved, right? Yeah. Oh my god, imp in my head. You just went there. Mainframe might be an addict because she always wants more. You get finger guns, imp in my head. That was good. Might steal that one too. I don't know. Oh my god, you guys, it's all cut. See, you're not making the case against me doing this. Didn't mean to do that. Maybe for the right price, you can feel it. What's like to die, what's like to kill. How do I get in? That's the best part. The best part is the lab. They test the new stuff here. The hottest Drac. You can place a special order and they'll make it happen. You buy a pass card from the guy at the door. It'll get you in and out anytime you want. Then you can buy a beetle and assault right there. Guides guard you while you're chipping. Safest way, chummer. Safest way. See you around after this. Probably see you lots. This is like glowing over here. Yeah. Cheryl may remembers this fight, but do you remember it the way I'm gonna do it? Probably. The sinless are free. Does the sinless are free mean they work for free? Because that's I don't know if they want to be advertising that. We've got some innuendo in the chat. Nice. I've created a monster, and it's fine. Everything's fine. Concerned woman. This is one of those roles when you look at IMDb, you're like, oh, that was the highlight of my career. Concerned woman. Yeah. Yes, good job, Mictrinus, avoiding spoilers, because good lord, there's a lot of spoilers on Critical Role. And I only watch occasionally, but yeah, I've been following on Twitter. Whoop. Lots of stuff. Don't do it. Friends, don't slot that Dracula they're selling. Beetles are killers. There's most of all. You sound like you know from experience. I lost my husband. Lost my son. My daughter, they use her to record. Oh, that's crazy. Shit got dark again. If we looked up your IMDb, what would my concerned woman role be? Well, that means something that's kind of secondary that didn't go anywhere, and I don't... I know what it would be. I played a character in an indie film that never really went anywhere. And she was like an alien from another planet. And she was strangely obsessed with cars for some reason. That was the role that Janine got cast in because she looked like she got cast as a third alien because all the aliens were blonde chicks. And we dressed like we were... Like, we didn't understand American culture necessarily, so it was, like, weirdly, like, half male, half female kind of boxy clothing and stuff with these bowler hats and stuff, but, God, I don't even remember my character's name anymore, but she had a southern accent, which, it's a good thing, that was really, that whole movie was about learning southern accents for me. It's a good thing it never hit anything. But, like, there were planes involved, and cars, and we were going back in time to interact with the Tuskegee Airmen to encourage them to keep going on their path or something. But, like, the guy was just, who was shooting it was not really together. And, you know, with a lot of indie filmmakers try to do everything themselves, they always underestimate how long it's going to take to edit things. So I spent a lot of time shooting this thing and it never went anywhere. But it did result in Janine and I having our first project where we got to sort of work together, never on camera at the same time, but he literally called her up and he's like, I'm looking for an actress who looks like another actress. And Janine was like, who's the actress? He's like, you don't know her. She's like, try me. He's like, it's Cheryl Platts. And she's like, yeah. We've had that before. I do have an IMDb, but the only thing in it right now, unless we started adding the Hyper RPG stuff, is the Pirates of the Caribbean game for some reason, which I did work on. But if that, I have better game credits than that. So I don't know how I get my other game credits on, like Disney Friends. And there are other things that I've worked on, like shorts for... what's that place called? Laugh Pong? I don't remember what they call themselves now. That Dragon Shout short. I've done a bunch of industrials for like Microsoft and Amazon and things like that never see the light of day. I did a web series for MSN called I'd See It If that I was co-writer on. We did 3 pilot episodes, which were movie trailer reviews. One was about dance movie. One was about Star Trek, and one was about the Transformers movie. And we almost got picked up as a series. Like, Visa was going to sponsor us, but then the housing crisis hit, and they ran out of money. So that never went anywhere. Fun story time. Shavriel, thanks for hanging out. Yay! Good night. And Demolition, goodbye. Wait, who's... Oh, I see. Shavriel, Demolition. It's like, what? Must know. And the title of this film, it was called Voiture, but you're not going to find it anywhere because it doesn't really exist. Bob, I didn't work on Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, no. My studio worked on some Lego games for the DS, like Lego Star Wars. Lego Star Wars got in the way of one of my relationships. It's like, God, nobody else has this problem where, like, fucking lightsabers and Traveler's Tales get in the way of like, seeing your significant other, but that was the thing. Okay, I'm glad we cleared that up. Shavriel, thank you for hanging out. Have a lovely evening. Sleep well. Yes, the Decker and the Captain, high seas consent. Imp in my head, you are firing on all cylinders tonight. You're just all kinds of awesome. So, Looking for a kid named Gino. Gino's a clocker. Saw him go in this morning as he's riding a Gene ship. Jamal's down the hall. Gotta go. Oh, I like that cockroach. That's a nice touch. Is that Jamal? No, that's not Jamal. Is Jamal in here? Is that Jamal? Hi, Jamal. Give me a card. Charlie charges 50 million. Why do I need 3 Oh, because there's 3 of us. Oh, Mictrinus. I'm sorry. 0 and 3 going into this week. One of my teams is 1 and 3. 1 and 2. The other 2 are 2 and 1. But one of them, the 1 and 3, is going to stay that way because it's terrible. So many injuries. So many injuries. I have many. Like, Rob Gronkowski just needs to get back into the fucking game, first of all. I spent good trade position on, or good draft position on him, and he has got nothing. Can I walk away and come back? Vapor 101. It's true. Like, and I always think about talking about, like, I consent for what? Or I guess this means I trust you, but it's always in the heat of the moment. So it's just like, she always just assumes that it's the consent for the thing in the first place that she asked for. And he's still a little shoddy about asking for consent. He does not always, but when he's in a good mood. Deep into nerd speaks to me. I'll show you my fantasy teams. It's really exciting. This is exciting stuff. They're not in 2 different apps. You only get to see the one that loses all the time is called Seattle Snow. You never expect a Seattle Snow. It's very rare and mysterious. I don't think you can see this at all. And then the Fighting Pikas. Oh, the Fighting Pikas are fighting the Kobayashi Maru this time around, which is tough because Marauders. I like that team name, but it's not mine. You can guess which one mine is. This is my bye week for Aaron Rodgers, which is a bummer. So I have Tampa Bay's quarterback. Hopefully that goes well. Landry did not do super well for me this week for Miami, so I'm already a little bit at a disadvantage. So we'll see how things go. But my opponent also had a bum start, so we'll see. I know, fantasy football problems. Yeah. Pay $100. Fine. Is there anything else of interest here that I could play around with? Nope. Cavalry, because Melinda May is the best. I don't know who Melinda May is. Shh. Charlie, I got passes for you. Great, have fun. Holy shit, Demolition. So maybe we need to have a talk about the way dating works. I don't know. Ladies don't necessarily have to get married to a guy just because things are going well in their relationship. Mainframe has not thought about marriage. I mean, maybe a little bit. To literally Kobayashi, like that's all the words you need. That's how you make fantasy football fun. Is you just make it nerdy. If Mainframe's not considered, I think it'll be interesting to see if Moore ever makes her pick, because it's kind of weirding her out that he's so fine with her just being like, peace, I'm gonna go topple the government, I'll be back in 2 weeks. But as long as it's going well like that, what benefits does marriage have in the third world? I don't know, or the sixth world. Like, how do people get married in Shadowrun? Does that even make sense? I don't know. Yeah. In a year from now, or 2 or 10, yeah, that's different. If you know, Hyper is still a startup, so if we're going 2 years from now, yeah, I hope so. Make it nerdy. Yeah, it's true. Bob, fantasy football is D&D for jocks. Or just D&D for people who want to play nerdy things all the time. Like, there's certain things, like, it's not even so much for jocks as it's for mainstream folks. Mainly inside corpse people get married. How do I go upstairs? So I'm here now. No one wants to talk to me. Oh, I see. Crow is here. Boy, this is a whole... It's beautiful, but empty. Chaos of technology and squalor. Across the room, a chromed-out Decker argues loudly with an armed thug. They abruptly falling silent as they turn towards you. It's the crew that took out Stevie J's place. I told you it was only a matter of time. Byron, yes, people do get marriage. It's called a disadvantage. Burn! Is that real or is that just a burn? I don't know. Either way, it's a good response. Watch out for the fire-spitting crow. I know, Demolition, right? So you're all, oh, hey, that's good. Let's save. Don't attack any of the chipheads. Do they wear a sign that says, I'm a chiphead? Because it seems like she's asking a lot. Oh, you get 15 karma at character creation for having a spouse. Mainstream folk, I like what you did there, XJR. I like what you did there. Mitchinus, do you mean, what was it? Blood Ball? There was like a miniatures game that was football themed that they used to play all the time at a maze. Not that I'm not team Manikai. I like what you did there, imp in my head. That'd be okay. Turning smuggler would work in the shadows. Yeah. See, that's the interesting thing about it. There's all doors are open, and that's when people make interesting find Blood Bowl. Yes, we have Blood Bowl. Good call, Krellin. That's when people make interesting discoveries. I have not made any decisions because that's how things work. And the funny thing is, when it's points at time when you make a decision, when the universe is like, haha, I will show you the opposite. Like literally weeks before my husband and I started dating, I swore off dating entirely. I had been on too many failed dates, Match.com and meeting people in social situations and all this stuff, and then like it not working out. It's funny. Someone made a comment about kissing being like someone being like licking an ice cream cone. I've had that experience where the guy was like, oh no. So anyway, long story short, I was like, you know what? I don't need a guy. I am done. And then I have a couple of friends who could tell you exactly how many times I said those things. And then a few weeks later, I met the guy. And I had even met Dave at that time, which is a funny thing. We were still in rehearsals. And then a few weeks later, I fell in love. And now I've been married for 3 years. So, yeah, that's... Manikai sounds better than Mortifram, but Mortifram definitely sounds like something that Mordecai would say. I have a concussion grenade, better than fragging the tweakers that they caught in the middle. See, that's useful information. Oh, I can't save. Oh, fuck. No one warned me to save. Damn it. We're going to have to relive a little bit of this shit, guys. Can I not save now? Yes. Okay. I'm going to save. Don't like him unless he likes it. Facts. Okay. I want to summon a thing. Can I summon a thing? I'm going to hide behind this box. Chiphead man. Damn it. Paco can go here. Yeah, everybody's got... Yeah, Midas, his name came up the other day. I was like, oh, I forgot about Midas. That was not helpful. Oh, somebody reminded me that he has a gun. So does she, I think. Oops. I didn't realize that could happen. Maybe I should not do that again. Friendly fire. Weak! Shit. This is going really well, you guys. I've already fired on one of my teammates. Yeah, it's really good. What other things do I have? Flamethrower. Man, a ball will hit that guy. Okay. Why is Paco so shitty? Use my totem next turn. Do they have to be near me? Kind of want to take chip head. Go here. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really near anybody. But I should not die, though. That's true. Lost an action point. Crap. Totem. Where'd the other guy go? Chip head. Beetle security. Oh, this is still... What is this? What? I guess a Decker could go and use that. Okay. Is that the... Oh, I see what you mean. Go behind the trash. Nice! Got two big things. Okay, the big threat is the Decker guy. The chip heads are not very good at this game. Okay, whose turn is it? Do I have, like... Use one of these. Can I not use this? Oh, right. I have to click myself, probably. I'd rather not die. But I bet you my firebolt spell, flamethrower spell's probably back. Crit! Yes! Vapor, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. And yeah, Fang is ogmosexual. That is very true, Krellin. She's attracted to sexy cyberware, which is to say all values of cyberware. Thank you for Thank you for hanging out, Vapor. It was good to see you. The Fuzz FX, thank you for the follow. You were probably impressed by my skills not dying so far. Yeah. I think not only imp in my head, that could totally be a thing in the sixth world. It must be a thing in the sixth world. Must be. Okay, whose turn is it? Yakuza Mage. Not gonna have any of that shit. But the Decker. Nice. That was not as nice. Coyote. Take out the Beetle Bodyguard. Reload. Confirm. Did we just get a new follow? Welcome to the Muppet. Did I get a follow and not see it because I was too busy? Somebody tell me who followed. And I will welcome them with my puppet while playing Shadowrun.
Wow, things got advanced now.
I'm losing track of things that are happening. Cover is a useful thing. Demelian, hi Demelian. I don't know if I saw you come in. Welcome to the stream. Lightning damage, that shit's bullshit. Do I have my totem back again? No. I think I should attack one of these things.
Fine, Bob. Fine. No, we love you. It's cool. Everything's cool. Nothing's ruined except that she dies. And then, well, that's her fault.
Heal. Everyone's telling me heal. I only have one. I should have bought more of these. I don't have a healing spell, though, right? Like, I just have an armor spell. -8 HP to cast. Why would I do a thing like that? Come on, Pocket. He's just not very useful. This game I can technically use sprinkles a little bit while playing.
Look at me. Here I am, right where I belong.
Except my work is not very good with her mouth because it's my left hand. Oh dear. I don't know what to do about this almost dying thing. Is my totem back? Yes! Heal me, bear! This guy is an asshole. I do not like him. Can I get him from here? Nice! Good job, Coyote. You saved my life there.
Hi, Crid! Hi! We've not died yet, but stay tuned. It's gonna happen soon.
Puppeting with my left hand. Geek the Paco Decker and make sure Pronto is using his. Paco is using his. Okay. Where am I now, Coyote? I'm gonna hit a chip head if I shoot him. But it's a woman. Missed. How come it doesn't... Oh, I see. I forgot that these arrows are a thing. Oh,
We died. But we did save, so there's that.
Yugu-san, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Welcome to the Muppet Mafia. I'm Cheryl, AKA MuppetAphrodite, and it's good to have you here with us this evening. Yeah, died. Okay. Load last save. I'm out of cocoa. It's broken. Yeah, Krellin used his mad mod skills last time to create that mod. And so three's not so bad. Three's okay. Good night, Couch Warrior. Thank you for joining us. I know you have many choices for your Twitch entertainment, and we are delighted that you chose us tonight. And by us, I mean me and my puppet, who's not actually an us. But what? Oh, I'm not. Yeah, we'll just leave it. Sprinkles is glad I used us, and sad that I commented on it afterwards. Okay, so we're gonna try new strategy, which is get the hell over to a place where I can deal with the Decker and not stuck in the doorway. We're going to use more of our spells. Paco is going to switch over to his gun because that's a good thing. And he's also going to find a place where he can go after that lady. Nice. See, look at that. Paco is pretty terrible with his bat. And a Coyote, she can go maybe like, can she go here? Maybe here. Where can she go to get some cover? Maybe she'll just run up here. Can she go here? Yeah, let's do that. Go over there. Crid, I'm glad you consider this a great place to chill. 11-hour shift today. I do not even know what you do, Crid, but I hope it was a reasonably okay day at work. Saturdays can be crazy. Krellin, I thought for a second you typed Google flu, and it's like, that sounds like something from the Sixth World, for sure. I'm going to go over here, too. Maybe if we're back to back, that will help. Instead of them just breaking us all up. And then we could both heal at the same time. That seems like a much better strategy. See, I may die, but I learn from things. That's what. It's not as squishy as I'd like, but he'll do. Who's a shaman? Shamans are always a pain in the ass to deal with. Let's get him. Do I get another action? Well, we'll continue to hit that same guy. Still alive! Shenanigans. Want to take it again? Boom. Good. Oh, look, I see what you did. Now all those people are asleep. Oh. I see. That's helpful. Strategery. Oh, you're healing. So we attack you next. Pizza buffet. It's not a bad day job except for when it is. It has an accurate description of many jobs. Well, I'm glad you got through the day. Every day is a little bit of a victory. If I go here, then line of sight is blocked. Paco's a little hurt, but maybe I can take him out with my bat. Damn it! Line of sight is blocked. Line of sight is blocked. So much blocked line of sight. Can I get this guy? Nice. That was helpful. Paco does have a grenade, but I've had a lot of bad experiences with grenades in Shadowrun. So I'm hesitant to use it, especially because there's a bunch of sleeping beetle addicts. I instead will continue to use my other toys. Look at that! 24 damage! You want some more of that? Boom! Wow. Use the terminal to shut down the chop heads. Okay, well maybe Coyote will go do that. Does he have any health kits? $13 HP. Does he have like extra bonus healing? Beetle security. 57% chance. 94% chance. Oh, I forgot I'm still carrying the melee weapon. That was a bit of a mistake. But I got a good shot on this guy. And now I need to reload again. He missed? I did, yeah, tried to finish the shaman is the operative term there. That was not fun. It was disappointing. There you go. Paco, you need to use your gun. Use your big boy. Oh, because it's... That was why I switched. Maybe he should run over here. And she will run over here. You guys, I'm almost there. Who's that guy? I'll get him with my magic. Magic hands. Yeah, I hope that on Hyper RPG we get some previews of the Battletech game. That would be pretty great. I want her to turn this thing off. Now we're back. Do I have a shot on this guy? 99%. Yeah. Yes! I didn't die! Yay! Paco is crap with the bat. The objective with the bat is I want Paco to drop the bat, so I stop accidentally using it. I'm sure there's something I can do to make him more. So here's the funny thing. I keep putting my headphone off of one ear, not because of discomfort. It's because in my brain I'm like, but if I'm listening to the music, I won't be able to hear chat, which is ridiculous. Not only because you're not actually speaking, it's a chat, but any sound effects come through them. But it's like, that's just how my brain works. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, but yay! We did it! Yay! Only died once. Save the shit. Did I only get 1 karma for that? That's shit. Coyote's Crusade. Save it. It did hit Paco again. Well, that's what Paco gets for using the bat. Yay!
Crit Twitch, you bought the games because of us? Aww. Thank you. It's cool when these things support HBS.
I love that, like, how excited the HBS folks get when I tell them that I'm streaming this game. They're very supportive, and I love that they have that pride in the stuff they've created. Because I worked on games before. Sometimes you ship a game and you're like, oh, if I never hear about that game again, it will be too soon. But they still love their games. So I guess I'm supposed to talk to Gino now, probably. You eject. Oh, Gino. He's had a long day. I could get a disc. Is that what Discord is? I see. There's still things I don't know. Yeah, there's still things I don't know about that. I don't really know the process of getting a Discord thing, or if it's something people are interested in. And how does that play with streams? Like, do streamers often play the voice chat during the stream, or is it like a separate thing that you do when you're not streaming? It's all very mysterious. There's such a complicated series of utilities around Twitch streaming. It's very deep. Or I could use the hyper one also, probably at some point. Oh, poor Gino. Gino is tweaking. He pulls a gun at his sister. What the hell is wrong with you people? Voice during stream. Interesting. Zach plays games with thumpers over at Hyper. They use the Discord to communicate. Do they broadcast the audio on stream, or is it like somehow isolated? The only thing not included... Bob, I do remember you won that 700 sub giveaway. That was great. The only thing not included is the main rule book. I ended up buying a used copy because they're expensive. The main rule book is expensive. So I found a used copy and I bought that. Yeah, this... the big giveaways. I hope there are some big giveaways coming. Wait, you made a Discord? That's like thing you just make? I'm clicking over because I'm curious. Don't worry, the stream's still there. Bunny butt! I have been invited to General in Muppet Mafia. Oh my goodness. I'll have to log into that next time. I won't make you guys watch through the... We'll figure that out. So Hoods, that's cool. We'll have to figure that out. That's neat. And oh, now chat's gone. Oh god, everything's gone crazy. Where's my window? Windows. Somehow you can still see the game, so you're not seeing Bunny Butt. That's exciting. They play the audio most of the time. That's interesting. That's very interesting. And so, like, how do you prevent the rabble, like the front page, not that I'm ever going to be on front page, but like the random folks who like to troll lady streamers, how do you prevent them from getting on voice and ruining things? I'm curious. Zach was so deep into his, he couldn't just drop it when he wanted to during that stream. Bunny Butt, yes. At my first Twitch emote, which again, probably not a thing that we're gonna have anytime soon, but yes, Bunny Butt, definitely. Little Bunny Butt, little cute little Bunny Butt. Bunny tails are great. There's a lot of bunnies on the Microsoft campus, and it makes me happy. I'm hoping to see several at the 5K on Friday. This is the way you help me look at this place. Look at me. Oh God, look at me. This is not going well. Is this a Doctor Who reference right here? You can have mods in Discord too. Bunny Butt, Pika, Sprinkles. Yes, got a list of. You guys have already got the list of emotes. Sorry, Carla. I'm so sorry. Was there any dialogue choice I could make that would keep him from tweaking out like that? Huh. I'm not stopping. Not now. Not ever. She looks at Paco. Back at you. Angel of Death. Real rain is coming to Seattle, and it's going to wash the scum off the streets. I'm going to burn every mother-fragging beetle shop in the sprawl until they are gone. Every mother-fragging one. Snakes and coyotes and cougars and bears. We've had... so Microsoft has also had cougars and rabid bats. Those are things we've had. There's just a fair number of bats around here. It's a fun fact. Several of them live in my condo complex. It's like free Halloween theming, except all the time. Several days where I would walk out at night and be like, that's weird. What's night birds? Oh. So, Shannon's plan is the best lead you got to find out more about the Ripper, but getting back into the warehouse is going to require some support in case the dreck hits the fan. I need a fixer. Husband's home. In-game is frozen on stream. Okay. That's a good thing to know. Let's swap up. Haha, bunny butt. There we go. Fixed it. Fixed it. Interesting. So I'm going to have to review all of your comments about Discord and figure out, because I've never done voice chat on Discord. I've only used it to like talk to other thumpers and talk about things. Still telling Gino their drugs can help. Yes. Unfortunately, you missed the part where Gino got murdered by Paco because drugs. If you guys want me to reload, then we can go back. But now we're looking for a fixer. Hey, there's a woman looking for you, Jessica. You mean the woman I just clicked on and I'm trying to talk to? Bellevue type. No charge, Timmer. Why is the bar so empty? Salarymen slumming Touristville and hoping to talk to Madame Sinful. That guy's bothering you. Hey, everybody. My husband's coming upstairs. We're very tiny. We're playing games, so let's say hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
This is what I have to work with. Just got home from work. More things to learn. Always things to learn about Twitch and Twitch-adjacent technology. Shane. I think it might be time for a caramel. Prometheus says, hello. I think that's how that's pronounced, Prometheus. Hypers has a sub barrier. Yeah, that helps a bit. Well, I think anyone can join the... No. I wasn't sure if you could join the Discord. I guess it says sub Discord, so yeah, it has the sub. Yeah, Cherry is very pretty. Now he's gone. He's over there. I'll tell him more highs later. I'm gonna have a look around. Talk to Jessica. Well, I was on my way before you interrupted me, Cherry. Husband frame. Nice. The @signals. And he's gone. Well, he just got home from work. He's got to change. He will be making another appearance because the only way for him to get downstairs is to pass through the stream again. I don't know if I'm actually I like the way this place is constructed, but it's a split level condo and the hallway up here was converted into a desk. And so I'm actually broadcasting from a hallway in my condo, which is why it's weird. And there's like a railing behind me and a bathroom and stuff. So that... Oh, this is Jessica. You're
running in the shadows?
Well, what else do I do? Ever since you knew me, I was just always running in shadows, right? 100% of the time. You're not quite on frame there. See, Dave's got a BB-8 shirt that I think Kyle gave you this. Kyle might still be in stream, Basco to Gamer. That was part of the Christmas present, right?
Crate.
Maiden spouse.
Loot crate.
Sprinkles in a mafia hat or Pika in a mafia hat. Those would be good. Those would be good logos.
Yeah, we have to show you the force band working with the
Oh,
BB-8 at
Dave.
some
So
point.
we have one of the little Sphero BB-8s, and Dave just ordered the force band that controls with his hands. So maybe we could do a little bonus stream sometime where we show that off from the webcam. Yeah. That'd be your first foray into real Twitch broadcasting. Do you
didn't have the captain over here while I was gone, did you?
I don't know if you can hear Dave, but he just asked me if I had the captain over here while he was gone. No, I did not have the captain over here.
You're all dressed
He's
up.
busy shipping.
Yeah, shipping with you.
It came up in my improv class today. Like, we did an exercise. So I did an exercise where I had two volunteers who happen to both be male sit down and do low status exercises, like behaviors. So it's like, giggling and like protecting your body and touching your hair, face and everything. And when I asked like the rest of the class, like, what were your thoughts on that scene? One of them was like, I'm shipping the two of them so hard. It's like I had to explain shipping to the rest of my improv class, and I didn't even bring it up. Ha! So actor, what are your main roles? Are you talking about Demolition? Are you talking to Dave or to me? Mictrinus thinks that the story about the shipping is very funny. We made at least one person LOL. I didn't. It's a miracle I didn't fall down the rabbit hole and be like, let me tell you about shipping. All right. I just kind of gave a loose explanation and then went on my way.
Most people were like, UPS, FedEx. What are you talking about?
It's when you believe these two human beings, can have a relationship, and they're two male guys, and I don't know their position on how that is, but everybody was very chill. They're actually very good for a beginning improv class. There was a girl who cried in the very first scene. It's like, damn, girl. Oh, to Dave. So Demolition would like to know what your main roles are, but he spelled it with a 1, so I don't know exactly what he's getting at.
My main roles, like
I know actor, but what do you mainly do? You're not on camera anymore, by the way. You're like totally off camera. We're switching for a second because now we're doing this like Dave makes a cameo, so we'll switch to full screen. But you're still not on camera.
Do you want me on camera?
You can be on camera.
Gosh, this is the problem with having to do the weather. Is like
that's why this is such good practice for my puppetry, because like it gets me the reverse cam.
Well, I mean, I got to play Henry VIII in Shakespeare's Henry VIII. I mainly do Shakespeare. That's what I went to school for, was classical training. So mainly that. But I got to play Henry VIII in Henry VIII. A couple of years ago at the Shakespeare Theater of New Jersey. Just got back from doing a show called Red Velvet about Ira Aldridge, who's the first African-American and actually just black man to play Othello in London, on the London stage back in 1833. Did it for 2 performances before the newspaper critics, even though the audiences loved him, and he basically kind of changed the way Shakespeare was performed. The critics were too, bigoted and racist, and he only had 2 performances. So, but it was a great show. We had a great time.
Yeah, Dave
Cheryl
was
came out.
excellent in it. That was why I was out last weekend and couldn't stream, was because I was visiting Dave to see his show. I like that Demolition. I don't think he intended it, but he's like, just wondering what roles you have. Never met a real actor before. Oh, Demolition. Are we friends anymore? I don't even know. What? Jeez. That's harsh. And there's no burn word in here. Yes. We have, we do come from opposite sides of the fence. Dave has a lot of experience with scripted. And is very well trained. I have sort of self-taught on scripted and do lots of improv. So Dave's like, words, words, words. And I'm like, wee!
And yet we met doing a
scripted show.
Modern.
So I'm a real actor too.
Modern scripted show, which
yeah.
neither one of us really ever do. So it was.
I've done, well, usually musical theater. It's true. I almost never
and not a straight play.
Do modern straight plays. Yeah. It was the second modern straight play I had done that year, but. A delightful little romp about September 11th.
He did write Othello as a black man, yes, but nobody ever played him as a black man. Or They played
wrote
him,
him, but like, yeah, and that's
in blackface. Yeah.
it's really rather crazy that people could have it protested at the time. Like, it just is baffling. It's okay, Demolition. I just had to give you a hard time. You walked right into that one. And we improv actors get it a lot, where people are like, what? And Zach does it to us too sometimes. He's like, well, LA, there's just not as much of an acting industry as LA. I'm like, I work every week forever. I just don't earn my living doing it, because that's very hard to do around here. The Prometheus, the best puppet on Twitch, there's only like one or two. Dave's like, I'm out. Dave's just slowly leaving frame. Slowly. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah. Crid, yeah, I know, right? It's fine. I don't have... I think it's funny when folks are like, oh, well, the real actors are in LA and New York or whatever. It's like, I get that, like, there's shades of professional, like, there's full-time. That's the way I refer to Davis. He's a full-time actor. Obviously he works for Bite Squad and does that kind of stuff. I'm not a full-time actor, and I don't know. Rejection as a career is extremely hard, and that is one thing watching Dave go through all of that. Like, it's a career where you have to ask someone else's permission on a regular basis. I mean, all of us interview for jobs, and you're essentially asking for permission to do a job, but actors have to do that multiple times a year in a very vulnerable way that is extremely subjective. Sprinkles has never tried to kill Dave in his sleep. Sprinkles likes Dave. Yeah, and Dave's been very friendly to Sprinkles. Dave made an appearance with Sprinkles in some of the earlier streams we did back early in the highlights. And then, what is Dave? Oh, next time we'll ask Dave about his favorite Shakespeare. He tends to favor the dramas and not the comedies lately. Or at least, it's weird, because he did a lot of comedy work before, but all the Shakespeare stuff I've been able to find on his bookshelf is mostly the tragedies and dramas. Anyway, but Prometheus, there's only, I don't know too many puppet streams on Twitch, so the bar's still low. Imp in My Head, thank you so much for hanging out. You were on fire tonight. You had some good lines. Well done, Imp in My Head. Well done. It's always good to have you around here, so bye! La 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 la. Sprinkles, that was too high.
Sorry, I don't know, I'm on your left hand, and things are awkward.
This is just not working out. This is why we can't... The frog, hello, thank you for following. Those were good times on the Pikachu couch. And someday we'll probably go back down there, but this is more convenient because I don't have to set up a camera on my coffee table every time I want to stream.
Memories at the corner of my mind. Hi, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Muppet Mafia. Normally we, I talk, or she does games, and yeah. Yes, we're glad to have Imp as a subscriber on Hyper RPG, which is our sister channel, and if you haven't seen it, you should totally see it. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Washington. Welcome. Yay! Follows. Yay. Fine, you can stream again.
Well, we've been streaming this whole time.
You know what I mean. Game. You can game again. Prometheus. Ah! Yes. Hi. I hang out here now. I mean, the Pikachu couch is fine, but we have computers and monitors here. It's just a lot easier. Yeah. Hi. It's good to see you all. And you, I guess.
All right. Back to the game. See, I could be her. We're very similar physically. Sprinkles, would you pose for a portrait? Like, you mean, like, do you want her just in freeze frame right now? Or do you want to screenshot it later? Sprinkles has some sass every night. That much is fact. Sprinkles is a sassy lady. You should also know, I was wearing a black hoodie on the puppet stream last night, and that black hoodie, when I went to wear it to, Hi,
Arufirm, you feel free to give us a physical what's that word? Phonetic pronunciation in chat. Welcome! Welcome!
But yes, she's always sassy. And what was I going to say? I forget.
Forgetting is the thing we all do.
So if you need a portrait, here we'll just pose for one. I don't know. And then like a stern one. There you go. Because streams have some of those. Someday every channel will get clips. She's 11 and 24. Yeah, she's 11, 24. She's always judgmental. Don't want a proper pronunciation. Okay. Let's do some more. Wait, why did I switch out of that? I don't know. We were there and then we weren't there. Oh, right. I switched into full screen.
Yay!
Ms. Watts, Jessica Watts. She's well outside her comfort zone. Countess used to work with your brother Sam. Should have guessed. How's that? You look like the type. Seedy. Well, this is off to a great start. I'm sorry. I just want to understand what's going on there. A woman who called herself Coyote called me this morning to inform me that my brother was dead and I should come to this place and speak to someone about an investigation. I wish I could say it was a shock, but given the circles he ran in, he hadn't run the shadows in years. Oh, look at you. Oh, jeez. I'll be honest, I would just as soon put all this behind me, and the way to do that is through proper channels. Fedora and suit chat. Other. This is exciting. Oh, wow. This is exciting. You get this. She's just kind of a douche. She's a lady douche.
This is ridiculous. He was my brother.
Fine. I'll pay you 100 just to tell me. Is she going to pay me? Nice. Pixel ratio. I don't understand. It's called a dead man's switch. Triggered when he died.
I left Seattle to get away from Sam and his bullshit. Now I'm back, he's dead, and I still have to deal with him.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible. You still have to deal with your brother. Krellin's Google foo is very strong.
Listen to me, Time Turner. You seem like a decent person, but I'm trying to move on with my life.
Yes, it's clearly very hard for her.
Our mother killed herself last year, and Sam was Sam, you know? I've worked so hard to put my family issues behind me. I don't want to see this drag on.
Closing in, I can feel it.
I just don't know that I can take it. The waiting, the worrying. Please reconsider.
What, reconsider? The waiting, the worrying? How is me not working on this going to help with that?
Never mind. I can see that you're not going to let this go, and I respect that you're honoring my brother's memory in your own way. But I hope you can understand how emotional this is for me. Maybe you can do things in a way the police can't, and maybe I can help. What do you need from me?
Oh, there's so many questions. I wish they would just give me like a dossier. Just please, in double-spaced paragraph type, tell me everything you know. When was the last time? Where were you on the night of Sam's murder? A very crowded fundraiser. Sam had many enemies. Sam's biggest enemy was Sam. Tell me about your mother and her death. She's a devout Catholic, which does not come up very often in Shadowrun.
I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that she sacrificed her life for Sam and me. But she turned a blind eye to what Sam was becoming and refused to acknowledge his downward slide. Couldn't watch her do it anymore, and so I moved out.
Crid, that is impressive. It's multitasking. Wow. do you have like cyber brain augmentations? Because I can't process that much information audibly. Sometimes I have trouble processing just like one person without getting distracted. The Crid, hats off. Who says Twitch? It's like Twitch is, we're evolving as a species. We're just taking in more information. Mute one and listen to the other. Dimitri76, I don't know if I've said hello to you yet this stream. Hello, Dimitri. Good to see you. So we're still questioning Jessica, who I'm playing a little bit like Jessica Rabbit because Jessica, where were you living before you moved? Calfrey. Does anyone know where Calfrey is? I don't know where Calfrey is. Is that a free state? Oh, so that's not a neighborhood of Seattle. That's a Shadowrun, like just California. Just California on its own. That seems likely. I felt lost in Seattle, just moved to California to see if I could find myself. That's a little backwards, but that's fine. Oh my God, we're 250 followers. That is exciting. That is, yeah, that's that. Yay, yay! And did you? Actually, yes. While I was there, I developed a whole new outlook on life, a vision for what the world could become, and I came back here to help make it happen. It was the last time you saw or spoke to Sam. California Free State. Oh, Demolition's getting down into the hacking now. This is like, there's a whole Discord thing happening while I'm on stream. Like, I'm gonna come and you guys will have like, it's crazy. This is crazy. It's fun. How do you guys keep track of all this? There's so many streamers that you frequent. It's hard enough for me to track, like the folks on Hyper. Twitch is a whole new world. It really is. People just, it's still. I'm very curious to see whether mainstream attention brought on by the Twitch Prime thing changes the way people interact with it, or if like this culture goes broader, or if it changes. It would be very interesting. What? Okay. California. I'm surprised California hasn't said F you all yet. Are you and your brother close? This is sad. She's looking at a photo of her and her dead brother that I found in her bed. Then after our father died, things began to change. And we couldn't get back to a new normal. With our dad around, there was always a reassuring order to our lives, but after, everything got mixed up. You can never really appreciate the importance of a person in your life till they're gone. Well, I mean, you can, but many people don't. That's clarification. Good night, Tahoods. Thank you so much for setting up the Discord. That's very exciting. More to learn. It's a lot like TV, yes, Crit, but definitely more personal. It's a human connection in the sea of entertainment. Thank you, guys. Yeah, thank you, Tahoods. Sleep well. Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for joining. What time is it, by the way? I don't even know. 9:39. All right. Sam tried to be the man of the house. He truly did. But he couldn't handle it, and pretty soon he had spent every dime of our father's life insurance. Every dime. After that, he was gone, with Mom working 2-3 jobs. He spent all her money, too. I couldn't stand the way he abused her trust, so finally I just had to leave. And may I keep this? I feel like she should have it. I don't know what kind of evidence it is. Mission item. I've taken up much of your time. I need to get back to the office. But before I go, you should know I'm reinterring my mother's body tomorrow, and I'm arranging to have Sam buried with her. The funeral is tomorrow at Our Old Lady of the Blessed Sacrament, 7 o'clock. You're more than welcome to attend. God, for a Shadowrunner, my calendar's really full. There's a lot of social engagements. Breaking and entering with night. You got raiding beetle dealers during the day. Tomorrow I've got a funeral. It's a very fulfilling Shadowrunner social calendar. Do karma. I think we stacked up some karma. We should check it out. 13 karma. let's do this. 13's a lot. We can level up one of our core stats. I kind of like. Is body still useful for mages? I feel like it still is. I could use more health. We've certainly come close to dying a couple of times. There's also charisma for control spirits. And 4 might unlock some new conversational options. But then we have spellcasting and willpower. Chance to hit with magical attacks. How about we go with willpower? Still 7, huh? Spellcasting. Maybe. I could do spellcasting or I could do body. What's great for drain? Body. I'm taking some body. I want more HP. I haven't leveled this up, I think, the entire time. Alright. Whoa! That number got much bigger. It may be time to stop downstairs and buy some health potions and stuff. Let's save over that one. Let's go buy some things. Let's visit let's go to the basement. We had a basement when I was growing up. It was kind of like an exposed one, but it was definitely like a playroom kind of vibe. Had these exposed metal beams, and we hung a curtain between 2 of them and set up a little stage where we'd... Let's see your medical supplies. Oh, I can afford some nice stuff now. Basic med kit. Can't I buy non-basic med kits? Like, Paco has one. No. Take what I can get. Then maybe one of these. Although 50%, like for a little bit more, you can get 100% of your health. I feel like maybe we just do that. It seems like a nice insurance kit. Who needs insurance when you got Dockwagon, which is essentially insurance? Alright. Still seems weird to say never mind when I bought you stuff. Save again. Should have saved after, but... Alright. I don't know why I keep... What's that character from Family Guy that I keep... Quagmire? Why do I keep getting all Quagmire on you guys? Ugh. Ah, it's late. Let's see. What is the next mission operation? Talk to the fixer about hiring runners. Maybe that will be our last action for the night. Yellow bubbles seem to be a thing. I don't know if I've seen very many of those yet. This guy reminds me a lot of the character from IT Crowd, Denim, the Denim's son. The one who has like the Star Trek porno and stuff. I don't know, he's got a Denimish vibe. Of course you're right. It's your job to be right. I feel like this phrasing sounds kind of Russian. This is correct. You are a smart lady. What can I do for you, smart lady? Giggity. That's true. I don't think I ever say giggity. It's just not in character. Let's see. You got scratched. You're planning to pay me out of your earnings. Oh, that's why I have so much money. It's for hiring runners. Well, hopefully I didn't spend all of it. Haha. Okay, this is interesting. I'm magical. I kind of want... That'd be interesting. So I don't get a troll decker. It's got a lot of hit points. Her intelligence is 5. This feels like way too many decisions. He can do close combat. She could do ranged. What about these deckers? Or these riggers? I don't know. I kind of feel like I want a human decker. He seems similar. Yeah, he is a total ass. I loved IT Crowd so much. Yes. Well, maybe this is something we leave to another time, you guys. Maybe this feels like a decision I should make before going into battle. And I think we've been on for about 3 hours now, so it may be time to start wrapping things up. So we save the game. Switch over to full screen. And yeah. So let's kind of chill out for a little bit. So we made it through several rounds of things. We saw the NTSB workshop warehouse thingy. We met a lady shaman, or a lady. I don't exactly know what her branch of magic was, but we're going to do some breaking and entering with her. We met Sam's sister. We raided a beetle warehouse and saw somebody murder her brothers. Probably back out and choose later. Yeah, Krellin, you and I are on the same wavelength.
Same wavelength. Wave. Yeah.
Thank you guys for hanging out tonight.
Hope you had a good time. You know, even though there's less me, I guess it was okay. Yeah. 250 followers, though. That's pretty cool. Yay!
Yeah, so this was fun. The way things are kind of shaking out right now, game streams are probably on the weekend at some point on a Sunday or a Saturday night. I'll announce it on Twitter beforehand. And then if there's time, maybe casual puppet streams on the week. Casual puppet screams.
Casual puppet screams! Rah! Although that's maybe too formal. Grah! That's more of a casual puppet scream. Ha ha! It's Bob. Oh, did you just, yeah. Just planning a little beanie, you know. Yeah.
Quick and Crid has a quick and random question that has... Does anyone have a physical description of Captain Paul Moore? There was a physical description in the episode where we were first getting set up on the Wuxing ship, which I believe was in mid-July. I don't have it written down, but I believe that's where we can find the actual quote. And admittedly, we spent a little bit more time describing him, or his Matrix avatar, which is extremely piratey, versus him. But I think he had like rain slickers and stuff on the boat. But his brown hair and maybe longer. But yeah, the episode where Cromwell was right before Cromwell was captured. I don't think we described him in the episode where Cromwell actually disappeared. So if you're on the video where Cromwell's not present, it's probably the wrong video. Then you should go video before.
Krellin, I've been here. Were you not paying attention? I am always silently judging. Always. You guys can still hear the music, right?
Yeah, we could just do that for hours. Yeah.
Muppet dancing. Yeah, I'm pretty good.
That was the other thing I taught my students today at the end of the class, because they had some good moves during warm-ups. And I was like, well, I'll teach you the world's best wedding reception trick, which is a game called Flock of Seagulls, where you guys have seen us do it on Hyper RPG a number of times, the cast of Corporate Sins, where we do stand in a diamond formation and do an improvised flash mob. My mom's seen it at my wedding. That's a thing that happened. Oots, 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 oots. No music at all. All night, no music at all. Really? Sprinkles is watching, Sprinkles judging. I mean, like, now do you have music? That's weird, because it's coming around on a mixer, but it's fine. Everything's fine. It feels like you've been living in the Shadowrun VODs anyway, so that's cool. Yeah, so Wooxing ships. Yes, with shipping and the ships. Shipping ship.
Well, we'll figure out that music thing later. No one. This must have been awkward if you couldn't hear music at all.
But if you have it down, the music is down intentionally low. So it's possible it's just down too low. Yeah, if I'm ever on the Shadowrun stream and you're like, I want to hear more of that Shadowrun sweet music, you just let me know if the mix isn't quite good.
But yeah,
thank you. Okay, so that's good to know. So cranking up the desktop audio a bit will help. That's good.
Everything's fine. Yeah. So, this has been great.
Thank you guys. It's been fun hanging out. I'm going to go rest my voice and calm Sprinkles down.
I'm getting energetic.
I know. Well, she needs to be fed, apparently, because
somebody asked what I can eat. I can eat anything I want. See, now I'm eating a caramel. Well, shit, I haven't eaten.
Anyway, more punchy.
Oh my god, Prometheus has so many questions for me. Have they been asking me questions this whole time and you haven't been telling me? How does it feel to be the voice of a puppet generation? I'm pretty sure that's Kermit. Pretty sure. But I appreciate the sentiment. Yeah. And
I don't think I finished the thought earlier. Yet when I went to my class, I had yellow fur all over that arm on my black hoodie. It's like, this must be what it's like to have a pet.
Other questions. Who are you wearing? Really? We're gonna go there? Who's wearing me? Inappropriate. How do you respond to lip-syncing allegations that Cheryl does all of your voice work? Well, she may be doing my voice work, but I am behind the words. Just need, a voice box. Not a lot of room in here for one of those. When is your birthday? A lady doesn't birthday and tell.
I don't know, that's not really how the saying works.
Yeah. Cheryl probably hasn't decided on one. Actually, no, we'll call my birthday the day Cheryl got me.
Which is sometime in December, which is funny, because my birthday is also in December. So, we have very similar birthdays. We're both Sagittarians.
That explains a lot. Fiery.
Anyway, I'll track that date around. If we're still doing puppet streams, then we'll definitely celebrate it. Puppet anatomy is weird. I'll leave you with this story. So, when I started at Carnegie Mellon, a few weeks after I started, they announced that Sesame Street was coming there on tour because the woman who played Maria was a Carnegie Mellon alum, and so we were one of the stops on the 25th anniversary tour.
She was so excited. Not that I was there, but, she told me.
Yeah, I was really excited. And so they had Maria, and I think Luis was there. I mean, I know these actors have real names, but I grew up with them as Maria and Luis, so that's what you get. And I had Steve Whitmire there, who is the voice of Kermit and Ernie in the shadow of Jim Henson's loss. And when I got in there, I don't think I fully knew that, Steve Whitmire was going to be there, but so was Ernie. And that was my first time being in the same room as one of the straight-up Muppets. It was a very religious experience.
Yes, it was a big deal. I would have just nerd girled out, and yeah.
So, Steve Whitmire just casually got Ernie on his lap. And the thing is, like, Steve will be answering a question over here, and Ernie will be interacting with people and doing things over here. Like, I learned so much about puppetry like this from watching Steve Whitmire work and answer questions. But then there was a Q&A after, and so somebody got up to the mic, and they thought they were all they were all clever.
Oh boy. College students, am I right?
And so they got up and they're like, Ernie, what do you say to all the people who are asking whether or not you and Bert are gay? And I'm like, oh, dude, you did not just ask Ernie that to his face. But Ernie just casually got up and,
Can I deliver the line? Yeah. Okay. Well, to those people, I just remind them that we don't exist from the waist down.
and that was exactly what Steve Whitmire did, and he just went boom. I mean, he didn't drop the mic because that wasn't a thing, but he basically dropped the mic on that one, so that was pretty great. Everybody died. Whoa, what happened there? The video has gone crazy. I don't know what's going on now. Sprinkles break something? I don't even know if you guys can still see me. Let's switch back and forth and see what's going on. Yeah. Well, the video's freaking out on my end. I don't know if it's freaking out on your end, but let's go ahead and close Shadowrun. And no, we're still. It's crazy here, but maybe it's fine there. I think that's probably a sign. That she is. Yeah. So something has gone terribly wrong. Flashbangs. This has gone. Sprinkles broke the stream. So with that, we're gonna give you some bunny, but yeah, we're just gonna. Sprinkles broke the stream. I'm glad you like more than 4 frames a second. I have no idea what this is doing to the audio. The good news is it happened right at the end of the stream. I think she hit a key, and she should not have hit the key with her thing. Power line is not connected, and power line could go. I did say she did. She punched the keyboard. My puppet fucking punched the keyboard. That's what happened. So yeah, and we've established that puppetry at 4 frames a second, so it's not great. So Sprinkles, look what you did.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we need like a little hanger or something. I guess we'll never know. Yeah. So let's call it a stream, shall we? Thank you guys for hanging out. I don't even know if you can hear me, but have a lovely evening. Sleep well. Enjoy your weekend. And I will finish up in the chat saying goodbye to everybody since Sprinkles reset everything. So stay safe in the shadows, my friends.